The Chrissy should now be live. You are witnessing me. Hello, you beautiful people. Thank you once again for tuning in on a lovely Friday afternoon just to hear me ramble on about some movie news. I have missed you guys dearly. I am so sorry about the inconsistency lately on the channel. Most of you already know I'm in the middle of a move, but people like Alex Aguilar showing this kind of love. The Chris is back. I'll spell my name with a K now. I don't care. Chris Cool Killer. Hey, that. Oh wait, no, that's not me. Never mind. We're not gonna do that here. How y'all guys doing? Chris, the move nerd is coming. I'm here. I've arrived, and I can't read. Apparently, that's how bad I am. Oh my gosh. I am a Sigma. I mean, I see you. I feel your aura. I felt something today when I woke up. I was like, Emmy Lapusa is definitely out there. So, great to see y'all all there. Hey, beautiful. What a wonderful day. And you know what? It is a wonderful day. Because although this looks like the typical temporary screen or setting I've been in for the past 2 months, believe it or not, guys, right now, I am finally in my new home. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I know that's maybe not a big deal to you guys, but man, it has been a big deal for me. I was very happy living with I was happy that my relatives let me live with them while my house was being finished up. And man, I was just ready to be in my own place. And I'm here now. I know you guys want a quick little update on the move. And so just to tell y'all, I've been here now for like 2 days. I've been doing nothing but unpacking boxes, building furniture, painting walls, hanging up photos. It's been a lot. And so that's why I've been so inconsistent with posting and letting a lot of big stories just fly by. That's not the 3C way, okay? I'm the kind of guy that when movie news drops, I push my family, my dogs, everyone aside, and I go, Sonic 3 McDonald toys leak. Let's talk about it, guys. Because that's how much I love you people. So just to tell you, this weekend should be the weekend I put up the whole video. I'm going to be reacting to your guys' suggestions. I have that set up and all that. And then by Monday, hopefully, please, by Monday, I should have the studio completely finished up. I'm trying to give you a little progress photo. This is it right now. So you know I'm finally there, although it's not much of anything because I've already shown you the example photos. But this is, come on, can I do this? Come on. Is it, you can't, it's so blown out. Maybe that's a good little teaser for technology, man. Am I right? Let me see if I can. No, it's not gonna let it. Okay, whatever. It's there. I did the painting. I did a lot of stuff. This weekend should be the weekend I filmed the video because I am gonna do a video revealing that to you guys. So finally, man. And so hopefully by Monday, no more crappy set, my face this close to the camera, because you don't love it, I don't love it, okay? My face ain't that perfect, so being this close makes me uncomfortable, okay? Let's keep some distance between us, guys. But anyways, guys, one thing I love to do even when I'm stressing with the move and everything going on is talk some movie news with you beautiful people, man. Everything I'm doing here would not be possible without you guys, so all of you 1,200 people right now in the live stream, thank you. And anybody watching the playback, thank you too. You guys really have changed my life. I love you all. Enough gushy stuff. Let's get into the thing. So I have the timestamps in the description, or at least I will once the live stream is over. But just a rundown of some of the things we're going to talk about here is there was a lot of trailers that released while I was busy with the move and all that kind of stuff I want to talk about. So I'm going to catch up on that. We got today the release date for the next MonsterVerse movie. Speculate on what that'll be. They put out a new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, and it looks like there's a line in there that could really hint at Hulk versus Wolverine. We're going to speculate on that. Marvel is confirming to be at Comic-Con. Let's predict what they'll announce. Another movie that they won't have finished for 5 years? A la Blade? We'll see, baby. These Superman set photos, they keep getting crazier, man. I've been wanting to talk about these photos like crazy because so much more has been revealed than the last time we talked about them. And then, because your boy's always looking everywhere online for movie news, I found us some updates on the new Chucky movie, an update on the Friday 13th universe and what's going on there, and an update on the Halloween universe. Ooh, I'm excited to talk about that stuff with you guys. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive in. Holy moly. I think we're ending the live stream early. I thank you guys for joining me. This was very fun. All right, I'm gonna let that slide, buddy. Let's go in now to look at these movie trailers. So I don't even have like an order of trailers I want to go into. So let me just look at trailers and see what pops up and which ones I want to talk about with you guys. I know there's definitely, so I've talked about the Nosferatu trailer. Oh, okay, let's talk about this one. So there's a couple of them. So I know maybe not everybody's going to be interested in everything, but there was like the Dwayne Johnson Christmas movie. There's this new A24 horror movie. There's the Mark Wahlberg Plane movie. I think those are the main three I wanted to talk about. So just to give you an idea. So let's start off with the Heretic trailer. So also because unfortunately this is still YouTube, I'll have to skip around. I can't just let the trailer play. For the Marvel trailers I can, because Disney, out of all the things they do, they don't copy strike you, which is great. But A24 I think still does, so I don't want to go ahead. But anyways, this trailer looked interesting to me. So it's a horror movie by A24, and it's basically following these girls that are Jehovah's Witnesses. They're the type of people that go around and be like, hey, have you found Jesus in your life? Knock, knock. Would you let Jesus in? Would you let us in? Until they eventually get to this one door with this man. And he's like, oh, I'm just baking a blueberry pie. Why don't you girls come in and tell me about this Jesus man? What's he like? And so everything starts off nice and innocent. And then I love this part in the trailer. The girl looks down and she's like, oh my goodness. Oh, I missed it. The guy said he was making a blueberry pie, but she notices there's a candle that's lit right now that is giving off the scent of a blueberry pie. You put two and two together. I just walked into a home and this man lied to me. He ain't making no blueberry pie. And look, you big back like me, you let me in your home and you don't make me a blueberry pie. I'm drinking a blueberry Red Bull right now, buddy. Blueberry is my kind of jam, so that's pretty messed up of you there. And the girls cannot escape. They find out they're trapped. They're stuck there. They just entered a crazy man's house and they don't know what to do. And then the trailer gets more interesting. It looks like he's like prepared for this kind of weird stuff, and he wants to test their girl's faith. It's like, oh, you believe in Jesus that much? You really think? How about we put his teachings to the test and see what happens? I'm like, dude, what the heck? That's crazy. So he's got like a maze, looks like built downstairs. He's got like a creepy monster maybe. I don't know. I was getting kind of barbarian vibes in here, but overall, dude, I am into this. See, you get kind of like a maze look right here. You know, I've always talked about I'm up and down with A24 horror movies because sometimes they take the metaphorical, you know, elevated artsy stuff much higher than I would like. I'm like, yeah, this is beautiful and the symbolism is nice, but sometimes I just like a straight up creepy movie. This feels like it's one of those A24s that's like, yep, it's going to be straight up and creepy and still have that commentary that A24 loves to do when elevating things. So I thought that was a cool trailer. It's a horror movie I'm definitely going to want to look out for. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see what you guys said. The Heretic. Yeah, see that the Heretic. That's how we say it there. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. When I saw that trailer, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. Okay, next trailer I wanted to talk about. You know what? I want to save this one for last because this is probably the biggest trailer, the Dwayne Johnson movie where he freaking Santa Claus's bodyguard. We talked about this trailer during the CinemaCon time. If you guys remember, this was a trailer that was shown at CinemaCon, and I talked about it with you guys. I read the description of it, but you know, when you read the description of something, you picture it completely different than when you actually see the actual footage. So this was a trailer, and basically the movie's like a real small scale. It all takes place in this small plane. When I remember reading the description, I thought it was like a plane filled with people and all this stuff. So Mark Wahlberg plays a pilot. This lady is a police officer, and Topher Grace, aka Venom from Spider-Man 3, he's a witness, and he's got like dirt on a big crime mafia boss. And so they gotta fly him to the court appearance so that they can put this boss down. But then little do we know, Mr. Mark Wahlberg is actually a hired assassin wanting to kill this witness so that the guy doesn't snitch. And I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. Movie's also being directed by Mel Gibson, so take that with what you will. But the premise alone and everything going on, it feels very adrenaline based. It's cool. But the part that I remember, I was like, I can't wait to see what this looks like. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go, baby. Because once you see this, you can't unsee it, man. Oh, oh. Bald Mark Wahlberg is just going to be thrown in our face for about 2.5 hours or maybe an hour and a half. Why was this necessary? Dude, look at Mark Wahlberg's big old head, dude. Like, that's not even like a believable cut. You know, like when I heard the description that they're like Mark Wahlberg shaved his head for this, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not that crazy. Actors have lost like tons of weight or gained weight, big old changes. Bald Mark Wahlberg, dude, just shaved his head and called it a day. He was like, dude, that is crazy. She's not gonna shoot him because he's a freaking mercenary right now. She's gonna shoot him because of that haircut. She's like, I'm gonna shoot you. Then we're gonna go find that barber and we're gonna get him done. I hope there is a plot reason and explanation for this, because why? What is the point of just doing that to Mark Wahlberg? Like, I guess if it just made him look more intimidating or like weird, I don't know. Did he just I can't. That's one cut, man. That is interesting. So, either way, that haircut aside and all that, I think this looks like a cool movie. So, like I was mentioning, he's trying to kill the witness and stuff, but they also, the two other people in the plane, they don't know how to fly the plane, so they can't kill him once they capture him. They still need his assistance to get somewhere safely, and then they run into other issues where I guess they go over international waters and they might get shot down by other planes, because, you know, that's what they do now ever since 9/11. It's like, well, if you're a rogue plane and we can't contact you, blowing you up because we don't know where you're landing. So like, there's even like it looks intense, man. So I'm looking forward to this too, mainly just to look at Mark Wahlberg's head. I just gotta play it. I gotta do it. SpongeBob, you know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do. Freaking, that's probably gonna be the intro for my video. I'm already spoiling it. Me watching Mark Wahlberg in freaking this movie. Dude, you can always find a SpongeBob related scene that matches everything you need in your life. That's why I love SpongeBob. So yeah, Flight Risk. Look forward to that. When does that come out? October 18th. Okay. Well, it definitely fits in the horror movie category there. So there we go. All right. So now let's get on to the big trailer I for sure wanted to talk about, but again, was busy with the move and everything. So this is a movie I was kind of interested in for a while. Dwayne Johnson announced this one way back. It's in partnership with Amazon, so I thought it was going straight to streaming. And it's called The Red One. And basically the description just was Dwayne Johnson plays the bodyguard for Santa Claus. And and so the trailer here paints a picture that, yes, we have freaking dude. Can we appreciate J.K. Simmons, dude? You want to talk a man that can actually pull off that bald Mark Wahlberg haircut we were just talking about? J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons. Look at those muscles. You think I'm going to laugh at that man's hair? Nah. That dude, he's Santa Claus. He'll show up in my chimney and punch me and then give me that haircut. Dude, I cannot believe how old is J.K.? How old is J.K. Simmons? J.K. Simmons age, dude. I'm a guess. Oh, it says right there 69. Hey, dude is 69, almost 70, and look at those guns, dude. I don't know if that's CGI or anything like that. I kind of doubt it, but dude, the dude is swollen. This was Commissioner Gordon, dude. They really wasted him in the DCU. But anyways, he plays Santa Claus. Dwayne Johnson is bodyguard, and so he's obviously training him here and whatnot, getting him all fit. And something we're going to have to talk about in a sec, but I'm just trying to get through the plot of this movie. The CGI, dude, look at that. That didn't even look like The Rock. That looked like a baby that was smushed down. Let's do that frame by frame. Okay, so here we go. Come on. You know what that kind of looks like to me? That's like just the horror guy in me talking. Okay, don't tell me I'm wrong. I don't know his name, but I know he's in this movie. Hands guy, I don't know. Puppet Master. There's someone I'm thinking of. Hang on. What's that guy's name? Puppet Master. Okay, this guy. This guy here off to the side. That's what this looks like to me.
It's that guy from the Puppet Master, just up there, thrown up in the air. That's what he looks like. Okay, anyways, he gets kidnapped. It's by Krampus. And so what they have to do is they go to the naughty list and they find this guy, Chris Evans. And they're like, this guy's the best tracker in the world. If anyone's going to find Santa Claus, it's going to be this guy. And obviously, because we always, whenever it's a Santa Claus movie, they're like, I don't believe you. You're not Santa Claus. What? This is all lies and BS. So they bring out a freaking polar... A polar bear from the Coca-Cola commercials comes in to interrogate him. And then they just go on this crazy journey. Like, this looks like an expensive Christmas movie, man. Like, let me see. Oh, this scene was pretty funny. I got to play this part. There you go. So we get a moment where Dwayne Johnson apparently has the power to turn toys into real things. So he just picked up a Hot Wheels. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. Okay, so then what is your natural reaction when you find out you can turn toys into real things?
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Give me the Wonder Woman. Give me the... I'm not going to say Supergirl because I believe she's still a minor in the comics. So give me a Wonder Woman. She's thousands of years old. So I think I'm on the edge of safe right there. And a Black Widow action figure, and nobody disturbed me.
How it works. Come on.
But that was so cool. So it looks like fun and inventive, right? It looks like really over the... Are you kidding me? This shot right here? Do we have to remind the people? What's going on here, Dwayne? Is this part of your contract, Dwayne? No matter what movie we make, guys, I must end up in a luscious green forest. He broke his code, though, dude. He broke his code. Where's the dirty white shirt, Dwayne? We need it, Dwayne. What is going on here, man? Dude's like, oh, they caught on to the meme. Let me put on a black shirt. Let me just do that. Let's have that settle down. So, anyways, though, I just like, look, I thought the whole time I was watching this trailer, I was like, you know what? For an Amazon original, it's a big budget movie. That's what they do nowadays. Netflix is responsible for this too, where movie into like the next fucking freaking Fast and Furious movie. You know what I'm saying? Right now in the chat, excited or not? I want to know right now. So bad it's so good. I agree. I agree, Hunter Janky. So bad it's so good. Yeah, this looks fun. Yeah, see? Gat Snowman. Someone just said Gat Snowman. What the... Snowman with a pipe. I want to see what you guys say. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I didn't mean to. It's been a rough week. My bad, okay? Apologies to the swear demons. Sorry. You're right. Perdóname. Escúchame, puto. Swears is gone. Family friendly. Apologies, guys. Apologies. Okay. Y'all just freaked out, man. I'm sorry. It's live. This is... I miss one live and I lose out on everything. All right. But anyways, that was catching up on some of the movie trailers. Honestly, I'm going to want to watch all three of those movies I just talked about. The Heretic, I don't know why that's so hard to pronounce for me. The Flight Risk movie and this like over-the-top Dwayne Johnson Christmas movie where he gets F deposit or else I'll get copy strike. So let's go a few seconds. All right, now let's enjoy this Dwayne Johnson slap. Oh, dude, that's insane. That was a huge slap. Okay, good stuff. We'll get on to the Deadpool trailer in a sec. That's going to be more detailed stuff. One last thing, not really a movie trailer, but I definitely wanted to talk about it, was the reveal of the Batman Caped Crusader trailer. I've been really looking forward to this thing. So you guys know this is in partnership with Matt Reeves. It's not connected to his Batman movies, but it's bringing back Bruce Timm, who did the original Batman animated series. Huge fan of that. I love that show so much. And all the details we've been hearing about this show, I'm kind of digging it. So it's basically like set in the 1940s, I think is what they said, 1950s. So there's no like phones, no technology. This is going to be a very like minimal gadget kind of Batman, or like a Batman with gadgets but not high tech. He's not going to pull out, like something super high tech that like hacks the code of a door or something. But I'm liking the tone. It feels very adult, very mature. Looks like it's going to be a really big detective story. The other thing in there that I was really liking, the Batman voice. Let me see if I can play that for you a little bit. I'm just trying not to get copy striked here. I love the sound of the Batman voice here. Obviously, Kevin Conroy will always be my favorite Batman voice, but I thought this one was pretty good.
Peculiar. There's something more going on here.
Yeah, and so it looks like there's going to be a mystery going on, and we're going to solve it, and there's going to be a bunch of classic Batman villains, but with like a 1940s, 50s aesthetic. I think this is Harvey Dent right now. The most interesting one, I wasn't crazy about the Harvey Dent design, though. Let's see. Let's see. Let's put it. Oh, jeez, really? I keep missing it, just little by little. Oh, there. What? you guys get the point, right? Sorry. There we go. I feel like they could have done better. I don't know. It's all right. I guess for the 1940s look, it looks good. The Clayface in here is also going to be interesting because I think this is the route that Matt Reeves is going with for the new Batman movie. He's going to do Clayface. I still believe that rumor, but I think he's going to do the Golden Age Clayface, who was a serial killer that, like, I guess was, like, ripping the faces off his victims. Not going to be the mutated monster Clayface, which I would have loved to have seen. And that's what's going to be in this show, too. So, again, if Matt Reeves is doing that in this show, he's probably going to want to do that in the live-action version. But that looks twisted. And then the Harley Quinn, I forget where she's at. But they're reinventing Harley Quinn for the series. I'm trying to see if I could... Oh, there she is. This is the new Harley Quinn. Now, remember, Bruce Timm and the Batman animated series were the creators of Harley Quinn. She started off in the animated show before the comics, before the movies. And so they're like, well, Harley's been seen one way. We're going to do a different thing. So this take on Harley is supposed to be a lot more serious, a lot more scary. She's not going to have the, hiya, Bat. I can't do it. What was that? That was not a Harley Quinn. Let me try again. No, I can't. I'm trying to say, it's the... I can't. Hiya, Batsy. That's a terrible... Oh, my God. I just keep going. What the heck? But I'm curious to see how they do scary Harley Quinn. Because if that catches on and that's popular, you could get scary Harley Quinn coming up in the movies. That'd be really awesome to see. So I wonder if she's more the... Hey, I don't blame you. Let me see what she's capable of first. And then that's what I should have said. It's Harley time. That's one of her famous lines, for sure. Daddy chill. Sorry. Okay, sorry. But anyways, so yeah, I like the look of this. I thought that looked really cool. I can't wait to see it. When does it come out? Let me just look. There's no release date here. Did they have it? Oh, August 1st. Cool. That's coming up, about a month. So, all right, we have that done and out of the way. Let's move on now to talking about, let me actually bump this out now. Let me go ahead and open it up. That way I don't have to... Here's the technical side of things. One moment, guys. One moment. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's do this Godzilla thing that just popped up. So the MonsterVerse movies are still kicking and screaming. We are having a ton of fun, a lot of craziness with them. The recent Godzilla x Kong movie just became the highest grossing movie of the MonsterVerse. That's a good sign. We talked about it not even a couple of weeks ago that unfortunately they let go of Adam Wingard, the director. They brought in a new guy. Things could be good. And now look, they're moving forward fast. They have the next Godzilla x Kong movie will release March 26, 2027. Bro, 3 years away. 3 years away, we are going to see these boys clapping each other one more. And I mean with fisticuffs. With fisticuffs and high fives, all right? Don't get it twisted. I can't wait, man. I want to see what happens in here. I would have loved it if Adam Wingard was still in charge. But, not everybody is all that happy about the new movie because they're like, bro, when are we going to get another solo Godzilla movie or a solo Kong movie? Or let's do some more monsters. I understand the love of the MonsterVerse and the kaijus and the big creatures and all that stuff. And I see all the time people go, oh, give us a solo Mothra movie, a solo Rodan movie, a solo Mechagodzilla. I'd probably watch that. I think, and I know there's an audience for them, but in terms of making money, I just think it's so hard to make money on someone that isn't either Godzilla or Kong. You can make a Mothra movie, and I'll be there for it. Mothra's cool. I don't know how much money that would actually make and how interesting that would even be. You know what I mean? I know that they've had them in the past before, but I was like, I don't know. And I feel like this is the only way to see, like, even Legendary here. Oh, Marks, who is it going to be with Godzilla? You got to think this third movie, they're putting a bigger focus on Godzilla, because Kong has been taking the spotlight, which I've been loving. Big Kong fan over here, Team Kong forever. It's time Godzilla got some spotlight. Let's have him on screen for 20 minutes at a time doing stuff like humanize Godzilla a little bit. I loved all the scenes in Godzilla x Kong where we're seeing Kong just hunt for his food, meet up with little Kong, do all this kind of stuff. Let's do that with Godzilla. Let's give him a kid, man. Let's Mandalorian the Godzilla. I'd love to see that happen. But 2026, 27, damn, that's such a far time away. 3 years, baby. You know how much can happen in that time? That's gonna be so long. Yeah, make it Godzilla-centric. It has to be, right? Okay, now the other thing which I've talked about, I still think this is gonna be the movie where Kong dies. Like, I feel like they're just building that up, and that doesn't mean the movies are over after that. As sad as it's gonna be, you gotta admit, every new movie, they've been making Kong older. So they went from Skull Island, then they went to Godzilla versus Kong, now Godzilla x Kong. Like, Godzilla, Kong, he was getting his gray hairs, he was having a bit of a longer beard, he was getting older, and now that he's got his little one, I think when we get to that third movie, they're going to age up. Zuko, that's his name of the little Kong. They got to age up Zuko. And he's probably going to be much bigger. And I think even when Kong dies, and that's going to be sad, heartbreaking, it's going to hurt. You could still make more Kong movies, because then Zuko will take up that mantle, right? And continue things on. That's what I'm going with. But, Chris, say another curse word. But, Diddy Kong. I don't know. I'm very excited. The new director that they got really screams to me like it's going to be a more serious movie. It's not going to have a lot of these cartoony vibes that we got with this film that I loved. Like, they gave him that freaking metal arm like he's the Winter Soldier. Give him a whole mech suit at this point. Okay, maybe not a mech suit, but let's give him 2 arms and a jetpack. I'm not kidding. Let's see Kong fly in this movie, all right? Maybe we can have a scene where Mothra's flying and Kong's right there going... This is why I don't make movies. that would be cool. So that's cool. We're looking forward to it. We'll see how things go. I'm going to be more curious what movies they make after this one. Because it's like, well, we did 3 Godzilla x Kong. It'd be hard to do 4 Godzilla x Kong. After that one, you got to think they're going to do the solo Godzilla movie, the solo Kong movie. And also, in between this, we could get a sequel to -1. And that could really fill the appetite for a lot of people who want a solo Godzilla story. Because I remember saying they're going to make a sequel to -1, and I hope so, dude. I can't wait for more of that -1 universe, because that was really good. So that's something to look forward to. All right, let's talk about this Deadpool trailer that came out, baby boy. Oh, I don't know why I exited out. Now I have to do that again. The thing I'm doing when I exit out like that is so that you guys can hear sound. But the only thing is it doesn't let me freely switch in between tabs, and that's a pain in the butt. Okay, there we go. So now I got the sound tab on. Let's go. Okay, so... Okay, we're talking about some Deadpool and Wolverine updates now. We've had some new things. Now, I saw this on TikTok. I don't know if I was faked and I was duped. So let me just check. Deadpool and Wolverine. Japan popcorn bucket. That's right. Japan has a popcorn bucket, baby. Japan is actually big popcorn collectors, too. I saw it on TikTok. Please tell me it's the same one. Well, so these are going to be the other ones. You're not going to be able to stick your willy into these guys, so apologies for that. I know that's going to make some people really sad. You can still stick your willy in the other Wolverine bucket, but most other theaters are going to be doing stuff like this, like Dopender's Taxi, have the little cups in there. So that's going to be fun. I like the little sippy cups. Sippy cups. The cups with the heads on them. I think that looks kind of cool. But let me see. Okay, here it is. Okay, they're saying, I don't know if this is real. Someone needs to verify this for me. This might just be someone with a 3D printer having fun. But I saw someone say that this is what the popcorn buckets look like in Japan for Deadpool and Wolverine. And trust me, the international markets, they go crazy. Mexico? Dude, they go wild with their popcorn buckets. One day I got to show you the Mexico popcorn buckets they come out with. But this is supposedly the Deadpool popcorn bucket in Japan. And you know what? I think it's a creative, cool one. I like it's got like the eyes look really awesome there. So it's there. It's supposed to mimic like Deadpool just got shot. So that's where you put your popcorn, and you got an extra little bullet hole for your drink. I'm like, yo, it's fake. You think it's fake? Oh man, I it probably is. But I saw it and I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. It does look a little funny, I will admit. If someone can say, yeah, Mike, chat, is this real? Is this real? It's fake. Dang it. I got duped, guys. See, this is what happens when I'm busy moving and I can't verify things on time. I just saw it on TikTok and I was like, is that real? That might be real. Or maybe I'm just hitting Unk status, guys. I'm just hitting that grandpa status. This is the equivalent to me scrolling on Facebook and seeing a poster for Terminator 7 and going, is that John Cena? Oh, they making Terminator 7, y'all. Let me share this with my friends and family on Facebook. Because that's all I can't tell you how many times that happens. I go to the family barbecue and they show me a picture of like a fake movie poster and they go, mira mijo, Wednesday season 3. I'm like, we don't even have Wednesday season 2, cousin. That's me. I'm starting to hit that status where I'm falling for things. But was that still not a cool idea, though? That was still a cool idea. I think that was a cool idea. Okay, let's go in then to talk about this trailer for Deadpool Wolverine, because there was something kind of cool that might hint at Wolverine versus the Hulk, baby. Okay, so obviously we're all really anticipating it, but they're starting to reveal so many cameos in these trailers here. So who came in, and this is the Sabretooth from the first X-Men movie. Remember, this is what they made Sabretooth look like. It's not the Liev Schreiber Sabretooth that was very handsome looking. Dude, how great is it that we're getting a rated R Wolverine? I know he's already been rated R. We've gotten it with Logan. We've gotten it, was his second movie rated R? I think it was, right? The Samurai one? I think that was rated R. But there's a different kind of flavor in the rated R style with this, because I feel like this is prime Wolverine in a way. Logan was dying Wolverine, was sad times Wolverine, was fed up with it Wolverine. This feels like prime Wolverine that you would almost get from the X-Men 97 series. And so that feels like such an unfiltered, natural Wolverine line if he had to spend just some seconds with Wolverine.
Because he's dead. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, that is so freaking, I know. Dude, it is that funny, dude. I know you said that wasn't that funny. That is so hilarious to just hear him say it like that. Well, I gotta play one more. No, if I play one more time, I'll get demonetized. I can't say, the F word can't be said too much on here. I think that's like freaking hilarious, dude. The Wolverine was PG-13? Okay, I forgot. Because I know there was like that one really crazy scene where like he gets like all burned up and it's all, I remember it looking gruesome. All right, so this is the part then where I was like, oh, is this what they're doing? So pay attention to this line right here, okay? So we got him. Okay, pause it right there before we get to another F word, because it's not that funny. It is funny, all right? I stand by that. Okay, the interesting part about this that some people were noticing, and I do think they're right once you like pay attention to it, it looks like this is some clever editing and marketing tricks here that Marvel loves to do, where they took a line from a different part of the movie and they just put it in the trailer to make it look like it goes here. So the part where Deadpool says, "You look terrible right now," that's in the scene. That's literally happening. But then when he goes into, fans have waited years or decades for this fight, you can tell the sound changes. Like he's in a different room. The vibration of it is different. It doesn't match. So listen really carefully. And again, so after he gets past the part where he's like, "You look terrible," listen to the difference in the sound and how it does sound like it's from a different scene.
See,
Okay, so that right there. So for one, we're at a point. He's like, "Yeah, I can hear it." Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I can hear it. All right. So that was the part I also found weird when I first saw the trailer. Not because I heard that. I'm not going to pretend like I knew it on my own. I saw other people talk about it, then I went back and watched it. Yeah. But I did find it weird that Deadpool in this scene was like, people waited years for this fight, when I'm like, yeah, Sabretooth versus Wolverine is cool, but he fought Sabretooth literally in his first X-Men movie, and he fought Sabretooth again in Wolverine Origins. What do you mean fans have waited decades for this? We have not waited decades for that. Like, I want to see him fight Sabretooth again, and especially with a rated R setting, but I think it's an exaggeration to say fans have waited decades to see Wolverine fight Sabretooth. No. So that means there is another scene in this movie where that line fits and the context makes a lot more sense. And I think that's got to be the iconic, let me see here, the iconic Hulk versus Wolverine. The reason this pairing is iconic, for those of you who don't know, is because Wolverine's first appearance in the comics was literally fighting the Hulk, okay? That was his first appearance. I don't know. Yeah, this right here. This was the first appearance of Wolverine in all the comics, and it was him fighting the Hulk. So there's always been this, like, common thing of, like, oh, fans want to see the Hulk fight Wolverine. That's just like a common thing. And we thought we were maybe getting this because there was, let me see here, Ryan Reynolds. A long time ago, you guys might not remember it, but your boy Chris, who does the movie news, has to steer all this stuff. Can't remember a family birthday, not going to remember my wedding anniversary, but an obscure movie news fact, your boy's got it locked in here. Let's see. There was a photo, I don't know if you guys, this photo that came out way back when, right when they were about to film Deadpool and Wolverine. And it was this photo with Ryan Reynolds and Mark Ruffalo, and he's got the Deadpool sticker, and he's got the Hulk sticker, and everybody's like, oh, how funny, how cute. Early tease for that stuff. So I'm thinking that's what's happening here, is that's a line from a different scene. And also, like, even hearing it more, where he says it's not going to be easy, and the way he describes how to defeat this villain, it doesn't match Sabretooth. Because look, now, with the way Deadpool describes how to defeat the person he's going to fight, envision the Hulk and stout. That line right there is what got me. That sounds like something Wolverine would do if he was fighting the Hulk, right? He'd jump on his back and probably just stab him from the back. Full mount there. So, I don't know. I think that's cool. I think that's what they're hinting at. I think if they're revealing these cameos for the trailers, which fans have already seen, like Juggernaut in the background there, imagine all the other cameos you got coming up here. And I know you shouldn't care about it, but if anybody is going to make those cameos fun and just like entertaining for fans, it's going to be Deadpool and Wolverine. Just like even that line where he's like, fans have waited years. They're going to play into it. So I think that. The other thing I wanted to talk about with Deadpool and Wolverine that also hints further at it, we had, Deadpool. This happened earlier in the week, but again, I didn't talk about it because I was out and about doing stuff. See, like, people still think this is going to be the scene from Age of Ultron, and that would be a good way for us to have Wolverine fight the Hulk, because it would be literally him from, and that's the Hulk you want to fight Wolverine, right? You don't want smart Hulk to fight Wolverine. I feel like that'd be a boring fight. You want mindless monster crazy Hulk from early MCU to fight this version of Wolverine. We had this photo, or this little video that Ryan Reynolds put out, which is like the Avengers logo, but it's spray painted on, and it's obviously about that. You guys know I talked about it here. There was a Marvel shop where they were selling officially licensed Deadpool and Wolverine merchandise, and it had a synopsis there that was not anywhere else, but since this was an official Marvel shop, we're like, this is real. And basically the plot said that the movie, whenever Deadpool and Wolverine jump into this portal right here, and this is edited right here, so don't think this is real. This looks like someone edited them into Endgame. But when they go through that portal, they're actually going to go to the early days of the MCU, kind of like they did in Avengers Endgame, and they're going to be hitting a lot of like notable moments in the MCU, but turning them rated R, and probably Wolverine fighting the Hulk is going to be one of them. So this, I think, confirms we're going to get some sort of Avengers reference, some sort of Avengers fight kind of thing. It'd be really funny to see Deadpool kind of just rummage through Avengers Tower, go through all the like Avengers' rooms and be like, oh, Thor's a thong man, interesting, you know, whatever he ends up doing. So yeah, I just gets more exciting, man. I can't wait. We'll see if this ends up being one of those situations where it's like, don't overhype yourself. Remember Multiverse of Madness? You guys overdid it for yourself. I don't know. Like even right now, there was people talking about this. Let me see if I can get it out. And so don't take this as a confirm. Let's see, Cryptic 4. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm following. Okay. This is a reliable scooper that does a lot of the movie stuff for us and whatnot. But he was also he's been hinting for a while that each trailer is getting closer at revealing a famous character inside these like ball prisons. And he's like, oh, we're getting closer. He's getting closer. And in this newest trailer, we got even closer to who's in there. So like, take your guesses to who that could be. I mean, that could literally be the Hulk we're wondering. It doesn't have to be Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. It could be Eric Bana's Hulk from the 2003 Hulk movie. It could be freaking Edward Norton's version of the Hulk, which I would love that version of the Hulk, or Lou Ferrigno, the TV Hulk that was painted green. There's so many, since it's a multiverse movie, there's so many Hulks to choose from. Other people are guessing Johnny Storm, Chris Evans, or the Michael B. Jordan version. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what person would have to be in this ball. I go to Hulk because like a spike ball prison. Well, if the Hulk goes big, he's just kind of impaled in there. But yeah, Johnny Storm would make a lot of sense. It's Bob. It could be Bob. Could be Bob, the Hydra agent from the Deadpool comics. Ghost Rider, dude, I would love Ghost Rider. Like I was still really hoping Ghost Rider, Thomas Jane's Punisher, Daredevil. There's a rumor that Wesley Snipes' Blade is going to be in this movie. We'll see, because that'd be interesting, because Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes infamously hated each other on that set. But who knows, man? I'm excited. I hope the movie lives up to the hype. One more month, basically. I got to get started on the review series of the old X-Men movies, because I definitely want to do that. It's a perfect time. But, man, a lot of people still complain about the cinematography of this movie. I think it looks fine. You got to remember, you're still in the void, so everything looks off. Dude, this looks kind of cool. I wonder those guns are these like Hydra weapons or whatnot? Old Hydra weapons, guns from different parts of the MCU movies that end up in the void. This is so cool, dude. I can't wait for this movie. So yeah, that's the update with Deadpool and Wolverine. We'll see if they have that Hulk fight and if that line is actually said somewhere else in the movie. Since we're talking about Marvel, let's get onto this. Marvel, Kevin Feige confirmed that Marvel is going to be appearing in Hall H. If you don't know, Hall H is the infamous panel at San Diego Comic-Con. This is like over the years where they've always made announcements. The last time they were there, which I think was 4 years ago, right? When they announced Blade, is when they revealed phases 4 and 5 of the MCU. They let us know about Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, Fantastic Four, all that kind of stuff. The Blade movie we still haven't gotten. And they're like, okay, we're coming back. Let's speculate about what exactly it is we could end up seeing. I think for one, we definitely have to hit upon the movies that are like still yet to be released. So let me see if I can go on to that upcoming Marvel projects wiki to see like what will be their biggest hitters. I think they're for sure going to end up talking a little bit about the stuff that they're already in the works on. So let's go and see. What is it? Okay, future. So this is where we're at. And don't expect any Spider-Man. Remember, Marvel doesn't get to announce that stuff. It's always Sony. So this is the stuff they have up and coming right now. So along with this announcement about the Hall H, Kevin Feige also confirmed the Fantastic Four movie is set in a different universe. So I think you were going to get even more Fantastic Four like details, like actual like little context things about like why he decided to put it in a different universe. Sorry, I'm trying to type over my microphone. Kevin. Which I was like, oh, we knew about this, but it's nice that he actually confirmed it here. Yeah, see, Kevin Feige confirms Fantastic Four is a period piece set in the 1960s. He also teases that the film is set in an alternate universe to the main MCU. We've heard this rumor. It's kind of nice to just get it confirmed. That's something they got to talk about. So Fantastic Four, for sure. I think he's going to ignore Blade. I'm not even kidding. I think he's going to ignore Blade. There's so much stuff that's been going on. Maybe there's something to like ease people's minds. But I think if they literally go 5 years from when they announced Blade at Comic-Con to another 5 years of, hey, the movie's still coming, but we haven't started on it yet. That would be really embarrassing. So I think he's completely going to ignore Blade at San Diego Comic-Con. I'd love to be wrong, though, and like them to confirm that Mahershala Ali is there, but that would be insane. 5-year gap to be like, Blade's still coming. Avengers, baby. Let's save the Avenger talk for a sec. Okay. All the other stuff we got up and coming from the MCU is the TV shows. I don't know if I want to hear about the TV shows. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I've been seeing updates for like Ironheart, Wonder Man, Vision Quest. Oh, I can Agatha. I wish I cared, guys. I so wish I cared. I know that's like effed up. The only show I'm really caring about right now is Daredevil, So honestly, yeah, Daredevil. He'd probably talk about Daredevil. But I mean, Ironheart's finished. We begin Vision Quest update, so that could be something. But dude, other than Daredevil, there's just not much I want there. That's just not much, unfortunately. And then Captain America: Brave New World. They gotta talk about. Let me just pull up. Has there been an update with Captain America: Brave New World? America, Cap America. I thought I saw something just the other day where they updated something on Captain America. No, they did it. Oh yeah, here it is. No, it's just the budget, dude. That is insane. That's over, dude. That's the reported budget for the movie. Dude, I'm excited for this movie. I love Sam Wilson as a character, his progression from going as the sidekick to then, Falcon, getting his own show with Winter Soldier, taking on the Captain America shield, getting his own movie. I love that. I cannot wait to see this movie. But I feel Marvel is doing everything for this movie to fail because there's not been much coming out about it. Little news and details. Every time something new comes out about Brave New World, I'm like, oh, so we got Hulk villains in here. Okay. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to do that. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. This budget, 350, dude. I hate to be the dick. I don't think they're going to make it back. I feel like this is unfortunately going to be a $400 million movie. $500 million if it turns out being good. This is not the movie that first trailer, dude, it better wow me. Not just me. It better be a great trailer because I need the general audiences to go because I want this movie to be good. Like, you're teasing Red Hulk. You're doing all this stuff. I don't know. But looking at that, World of Real is not reliable. Okay, hopefully, because that sounds like an insane budget. If that really is the case, dude. This needs to be like a not even like a $150 million movie for it to actually get something good. I know some people are asking about Armor Wars. Dude, it'd be great to get an Armor Wars update at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm wondering if they're still going to go through with that. I don't know if they are. Because I think Marvel has to pick their projects more carefully now because things are flopping. Like, the Marvels was their first real flop. They lost money on the Marvels. That was the first movie that in their, 16, 17-year history, 25 movies, they're finally losing money. It's like, okay, we can't just make whatever we want. We got to do this right. So I feel like they're going to be more picky about the projects, and I think Armor Wars is unfortunately going to be one of those. I'd love an update on Black Panther 3. Dude, Black Panther 3 would be awesome to get an update on, but I think it's too soon. So let's talk about what I was holding back on. Some clarity on what's happening with Avengers. Honestly, that's my biggest wish for San Diego Comic-Con with Marvel and Kevin Feige. What's going on with the Avengers? Can you reveal the new title? Can you give us some idea of the direction? You don't need to tell me the whole story, who's going to be a part of it, but just some mention about it or what's going on, I think would be nice because you're obviously not doing Kang Dynasty anymore. Are we still planning this May 1st, 2026 release date? Because I don't know. We know Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange, he did an interview recently where he's like, oh yeah, next year I'm going to be filming Avengers. So it's like, oh, we got the confirmation of one character, Doctor Strange. But I'm also surprised because I'm I kind of thought we'd get Doctor Strange 3 first because he at the end of that movie ends up in the incursion with Charlize Theron's character. And so, but no, it looks like we'll resolve that as part of Avengers and whatnot. So that's kind of what I want. Maybe also big wish list. I want to see some footage of Spider-Man. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's what they renamed the show. What did they rename it? Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man animated Spider-Man show. Because after X-Men 97, and that actually ended up being good. Oh, not just good. It turned out being phenomenal. And I know it's not the same team working on it. It used to be called Freshman Year. What's it called now? Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, right? Yeah, I think it's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'd like to see some footage of it. I'd like to see a scene or whatnot. Keep teasing it. It's another thing that's been in the works for so long, but we got no updates on what's going on with it. I need some of that. Oh, you're right. Thunderbolts will be something they talk about too. I forget that's in the works. Thunderbolts will be one of the things that they end up discussing here. All right, then. let's mosey on over now to talk about some other stuff. Oh, I've been waiting to talk about this, guys. Okay, let me get into this. So let me open the tab so that way we can get this without having to just always be clicking back and forth. All right. I want to talk about these Superman set photos here. Okay, so before I get into these, just as a disclaimer, I don't think they're spoilers. We've been following a lot of the stuff with Superman, and there's so much we don't know. But everything that we are about to see from these set photos that I'm about to get into, we've already talked about, okay? Some context before I show these crazy photos and everything that's been going on. So we had... let me see. Okay. So we had... way back, I don't know if you guys remember. Jeez, I did this wrong. Okay, I'm gonna start over, guys. Sorry about that. When you call my name. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember. A couple of weeks back, maybe even a month, I made a video, and I was like, we might know the villain of the Superman movie, Superman Villain 3. So you can go and watch it. This is why you watch me, because I give you the information early. So 2 months ago, I made a video that said Superman movie villain is said to be evil Superman. I was like, what? No way, this and that. And so I talk about that in this video. And the number one thing was this leak that was saying like that David Cornsweet might be playing 2 roles in the movie, and that there's going to be kind of like a commentary on this new evil Superman trope that's been going around. You know about it, whether it's Omni-Man, Homelander, Zack Snyder's Superman in the, the far future where he goes evil. Evil Superman has become more popular than regular Superman, which I think is crazy, right? And then James Gunn did address it, and he's like, guys, Lex Luthor is the villain of my movie. I don't know what y'all want me to say. And everybody was like, Chrissy, it's not going to be evil Superman. It's not going to be evil Superman. Well, let's look at these Superman photos, dude. Because we got somebody in there that I was like, oh, it's actually happening. So let me see here. We had these photos revealed from the set of a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, so we have Rick Flag Sr., who is being played by Frank Grillo. He's about to show up in Peacemaker Season 2. Frank Grillo. Dude, this is how connected the James Gunn universe is already. Frank Grillo, DC. So Frank Grillo is already going to first show up in Creature Commandos as the son of Rick... the father of Rick Flag. He's the voice of him. But then he's going to make a physical appearance in Season 2 of Peacemaker. He already shot his scenes and whatnot. And so we're going to see this guy. This is the guy we're going to see the most right now in James Gunn's DCU. We're seeing him in Creature Commandos as an animated person. Then we're going to see him in Peacemaker playing the same character. He's most likely going to go after Peacemaker for revenge because Peacemaker killed his son. Remember? Peacemaker, what a joke. And all that kind of stuff. So he's going to be hunting him down, probably a big villain for that season. And now he's making an appearance in the Superman movie. 3 appearances right out the gate. This is kind of crazy. So this is a scene where it looks like Superman is getting arrested. Frank Grillo is going to be there, the engineer from that other group. I forget the name of them, but the other group that also has a movie announced in the DCU. And then this mystery guy with the U on his chest. Let's talk about this, my friends, because this is some insanity happening right there. So, all right, so many angles to talk about this. For one, people are comparing this to the scene where Superman gets arrested in Man of Steel. And I got to admit, I understand the similarities there. That's literally like here. Zack Snyder was cooking. Looks like he was ahead of the game a little bit. Props where it's due. I am a big fan of Man of Steel. And I do kind of like when Superman does this because he has the strength to break those cuffs, fly away, overpower these people, and escape. But the good integrity man that Superman is, he's like, these guys want to feel safe. I'll let them put these cuffs on me. Let's see how they can tame me in a few minutes, right? Okay, so that feels extremely similar, right? And you're like, James, come on, are you really going to do this again? But it makes sense with the story James is doing. Don't forget, the Kingdom Come symbol that's on Superman's chest, it's not just because it's a cool symbol and James Gunn was like, oh, they haven't done that symbol before. The Superman Kingdom Come story is about a future or an alternate time in the DCU where Superman retired. There's like millions of superheroes out there. and all of them have like just gone crazy with their power. It's basically like the boys universe. There's just too many superheroes. They're all doing their own thing, getting brand deals, accidentally killing people, not doing things right. So Superman steps out of retirement and is like, I got to put some order into this place, and you either follow me or you getting arrested, right? And so we're going to do a reverse version of that story in James Gunn's movie. This obviously isn't a retired Superman, an old Superman, nothing like that. But he is going to do the thing where he's like, let me show you how to do things. Let me show you how to be the bright hero. And because he wants to do things differently, the other heroes that already exist in the DCU are like, no, we're actually not going to do things that way. So we're going to arrest you because you're not following orders. And that's kind of the story we're going to go through is Superman being like, we shouldn't be run by the government. We shouldn't do this. We're heroes. We can protect people. We shouldn't be taking orders from, all these kind of stuff. All right, so I think that's why they're doing this and they're going through with that. But let's talk about this guy here who's arresting him. This is like the most mysterious character because there's like 4 different options on who he could be, all right? So for one, going back to this video I was making, the leak said it would just be an evil version of Superman, and the leak was saying it could be Ultraman, okay? And Ultraman is a version of Superman from a different universe, a different reality, where he's evil. This is basically Homelander. He has a Justice League, and he's Homelander. Like, this is Superman as Homelander, basically, right? From a different, like, the DCU, the DC multiverse. And I don't think they're doing the multiverse here, so they're not going to do that. But the U on the chest, you got to admit, that's a little connective right there, right? And even, let me see if I can find a better picture of this guy, because when you even zoom in on the suit, a lot of his suit matches the lines they gave David Cornsweet on his Superman suit. Yeah, see, this is a really good photo. This is somebody else saying it, but like, look at all these lines on the suit, and even just like, even the lines on the stomach area, on the thighs, all those lines are very reminiscent to kind of the lines they gave David Cornsweet's suit. So this is supposed to be kind of like a black version of the Superman suit, right? All right, so we got that. It could be Ultraman, right? And then people look further at his costume because it's like, well, this doesn't look like a Superman. Like, it's got the U, but that's about it. So then people brought up this suit. Doomsday suit, containment suit. Now, again, I'm not going to pretend like I know, but this is called the Doomsday containment suit. And I'm already getting like war flashbacks with Zack Snyder and Man of Steel, baby. Because you remember, Zack Snyder, I love you. You did great with Man of Steel. Why'd you bring in Doomsday in the second movie, and why did you kill Superman in the second movie, man? That's one of the things I've always hated about that universe. But anyways, I'm like, well, James Gunn is a big fan of the older comics and this kind of stuff. This Doomsday suit really looks like that. Like, even the eyes and the head shape of it. Is this an homage to that and kind of like that? Is that what he's going for there? Okay, so we got that. Then we got the other person that people are bringing up, which is a guy named Ulysses. This is the other person that a lot of people are starting to favor and go, maybe it's actually Ulysses. And I looked into this guy's origin, and he's pretty interesting. So this is a guy who has the same origin as Superman, but it's reversed. He was someone who was born on Earth, and people on Earth thought the planet was about to blow up, so they sent him to another planet, basically like Krypton. Krypton was going to blow up. They sent him. Only problem is Earth didn't blow up. Everything's fine. And the planet he ended up on gave him Superman powers. When he comes back to Earth, he's obviously mad. He's like, oh, everybody's here. Y'all just threw me away. What the hell? So it's like a reverse Superman story. It's the evil Superman thing. He's got the U on the suit right there and whatnot. Honestly, all this feels just like a giant combination. Like, it's going to be all these characters in one, is what it sounds like. I don't think it's just Ultraman or it's just Ulysses or even the Doomsday containment suit. I think James Gunn has like created his own version of like a character. But the biggest thing that I think is going to be true, I know people are already spamming it, Black Noir. But I think the people are saying, nah, it's just Ulysses. Okay, then why's he got the mask? Why's he got the mask? Why is he covering up? What's the costume for? What's he hiding, you know? I think this is then where we lead into what other things people were saying about the movie, where people were hinting, some of the scoopers were saying, you know, David Cornsweet's playing 2 roles in this movie. And everybody's like, yeah, well, he's playing Clark Kent and Superman. That's 2 roles. And by the way, let me just bring up those photos because those have looked cool. Clark Kent. I kind of like the Clark Kent look. That's like a super, but I like it. Dude's got a super perm. I kind of like it. And he's for sure looks different once he puts on the actual suit and all that. And he's got the curl on the head. I just can't imagine how quickly he does that when he changes. He's like, oh, someone's in trouble. Oh, phew. Bro, it's gonna look good. But this is a believable like change in costume. And there was like set videos where they caught him like walking. Let me see if I can find them, dude. It's gonna be impossible to find, but they found videos where he's acting like a reporter, and it's you can tell it's so inspired by the Christopher Reeves version of Clark Kent, where he's kind of bumbling and he pretends like he's a weakling. He's like, oh, excuse me, sorry, pardon me, can I get through? That kind of stuff. That looks like they're gonna go with that version for this Superman. Again, I'll try and look for the photo, but I'm not seeing, the video. There was a set video of it, but I'm not finding it here right now. Either way, okay, so I like that, right? And I thought, okay, maybe that's what the scoopers meant. He's playing 2 roles. He's got to play Superman, big, brooding, hero, heroic guy, the Boy Scout, and he's Clark Kent, the bumbling, weirdo kid who's like, oh, come on, guys, let's get out of here, guys. Danger. I think that's going to be the reveal of the movie, this is going to be a Superman clone. They're going to do kind of a story like that, and maybe he's a clone that was made by Lex Luthor, who is the main villain. And that's where I also want to get into the James Gunn comments about this movie, because Superman villain James Gunn. And this is where people are going to keep calling James Gunn a liar when it ends up becoming true. But again, when everyone was going around saying evil Superman is the villain of the movie, James Gunn said this: the primary protagonist of Superman is shockingly Superman. The main villain of Superman is shockingly Lex Luthor. I don't know where all this stuff is coming from. That is something other than this. There are so many stories coming out every day. It's difficult to deal with. And every time I strike something down, I'm giving it attention. So I'll say again, don't believe anything unless you see it here. And that's where people were telling me, see, they debunked evil Superman or this evil... No, they didn't. He chose his words carefully. You can have Lex Luthor be the main villain, but then who's his... Lex Luthor's not going to be punching Superman, at least not yet. I don't think he's got the mech suit on. He's going to create this clone that's probably... I don't know how he did it or why he did it, or he just created a super person. But I think that would be an interesting thing. Somewhere along the movie, they take off that mask, and it's like David Cornsweet, and it's a Superman clone. But yeah, this is why James Gunn doesn't need to like respond to everybody, because then people are going to call him a liar. And then again, I shouldn't be over speculating, but dude, I'm just excited for this movie. Like, we were talking about this costume for so long, and yeah, there's still some things I don't love about it, but honestly, I really am digging this suit. I wish it was a little tighter on the body, but dude, the trunks are looking good, the belt's looking nice, the overlines or whatever. I still think, like, from afar, this suit looks great. Superman... Let me see if I can get the set photos. There was like one photo where like Superman was coming out of the courthouse, and I was like, dude, he looks freaking fantastic. Like, even the S on the back, man. Oh, and we got to talk about the Mr. Terrific photos in a second, because there was some crypto sightings. But dude, look at that, dude. That's a beautiful, gorgeous photo. I'm so excited. I also love this. There was another newspaper found of something that happens that references the comics, where it says Superman fulfills a dream, flies cancer patients over the Egyptian pyramids. And that's something that Superman has done in the comics. It's like James Gunn is paying attention, and such a sweet version. I think there was even a set photo that showed there's like Superman merch in Metropolis. It's like Superman's already got like merch deals going on or something like that. Whoa, what was that? Sorry about that, guys. I'm not going to try and look back on that. Let's see here. There was a photo. Where is it? I'm gonna find it. Okay, it was this. Yeah, see right here. If you look behind him, there's mugs, there's candles, there's thermos, and there was even statues. So in the universe, they're already like Superman's got merch out there. Somebody is selling some Superman merch. I think that's, see right here. That's going to be interesting to see. I wonder how they handle that. And that goes again to like the Kingdom Come story, because in Kingdom Come, the superheroes were acting like influencers. They had brand deals. There was like restaurants that were superhero themed and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think Superman's going to hate this. He's like, I don't want to be a toy. I don't want to be, or maybe he does. Maybe he's okay with like little kids playing with it, but he doesn't like that someone's profiting off his image, because obviously he's not going to be able to profit off that. He's not getting any money from that. So it's cool to see that there's going to be some like superhero merchandise. That's how much he's been doing stuff. All right, now let's get on to the Mr. Terrific stuff, because looks like Mr. Terrific is going to have a scene with Crypto. Let me see. How do you spell crypto? Crypto the super dog, which is already confirmed to be part of the movie. We have this video right here. I'm kind of mixed on this video, but basically we have Mr. Terrific, who was seen holding a bag of like a box of dog treats. So he's got a box of dog treats, and he's obviously talking to something in front of him. They're gonna CGI Crypto, and he's, I think, trying to instruct Crypto to fly in the air. He's like telling him, "Fly, Crypto, fly." Okay, now people have two theories on this scene. One, either Crypto does fly, and Mr. Terrific is like seeing him go up in the sky, right? But the other thing people are mentioning, which might end up being true, is Crypto accidentally lasers Mr. Terrific's foot, and he's screaming, "Ah!" Okay, so watch it with that, and I'll show you what the proof of that. So here he's instructing Crypto, "Fly, fly, fly." Instead, he lasers his foot. Ah! Okay. There is, yeah, and he's also, I'll show you a second. He's also chasing Crypto, and apparently Crypto's gonna like break into a pet store. So maybe he's gonna like, see, there's a pet store right here, pet it and beat it and whatnot. So people think like once Superman gets arrested and he goes to prison or whatever he has to do, well, his dog is out there and he knows Superman's in danger, wants to go save him. So I don't know, his dog gets put in a pound or puts to sale, and Mr. Terrific is gonna like try to help his friend and get his dog back, right? That's like an interesting plot point if that ends up happening in the movie. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know how I feel about that, but that's not happening here. Let's see, Mr. Superman, Mr. I'll just write Mr. because I don't know how to spell terrific. If you look here, Mr. Terrific has a Band-Aid on his foot, like something happened and he got damaged. So although I think the scene is more Crypto just flying in the air and him looking at it, that scene could be Crypto lasers his foot and then Mr. Terrific's like, "Ah!" Which may be funny. Bro can't spell terrific. I can spell it, okay? I just knew I could find it if I just spelled Mr., all right? Leave me alone. But I'm like, okay, maybe that's what happens. He gets his foot lasered on. Yes, if you say, oh, he definitely got lasered. But and dude, I do not want to sound like the people hating on the Superman movie, because this Superman film already has so much unwanted hate. People already set their minds on this movie. This movie could be a 10 out of 10, earn Oscars, be the best movie of all time. And you know there's going to be those group of people that go, "Yeah, James Gunn sucks. This was stupid. You guys are dumb." So this movie almost needs to be so perfect so we can minimize the complaints. And if you have the third smartest person in the entire DCU just chasing a dog around and getting his foot lasered, yeah, they're gonna cook you for that, James. They're gonna cook you for that. So the other Mr. Terrific scenes better be good, because putting the man on a dog hunt when he's the smart, or maybe that's the joke that James Gunn is playing on, because I think that's so funny that Mr. Terrific is literally described as the third smartest person. He's not the smartest person of the DCU or even the second smartest. He's the third smartest person. Maybe that there's like a little joke with that and all that. He's like always underutilized because he's not the smartest. But anyways, I am curious about him in the movie, man, because I've not read much on him. And so he's a character I want to know more. I just know he's super smart. He's got a lot of technology and like these T-spheres. It's just that mask that I'm like, how is that going to look good in live action there? Or this jacket he has, how does that, I hope it looks good, but I'm just like, it just looks funny to me. But I'm sure James Gunn can pull it off. I am excited to see him. Like I guess from this angle, it looks cool. It does look cool. I wonder if they're going to animate the eyes at all or just leave it as is. I can't kind of wait to see what that ends up happening. Let me see. Are there anything else I'm missing here? So really, we'll find out who this guy is and what ends up happening. But dude, evil Superman, like even the boots match. Lex Luthor, you're in trouble, man. Why you making Superman clones, buddy? And Bizarro. People were also calling him like a Bizarro, and that could end up happening. He could end up being like a version of Bizarro. That if he's a clone and he deteriorates, that could be interesting. So we'll see, man. But these photos and everything like that with Superman, I've been so excited. So excited. All right. Clearly Ultraman. I don't know, dude. You say clearly Ultraman, but Ultraman would be with that. It's just literally evil Superman. That's all it's just going to be. And James Gunn is going to try and make us, forget that trope, which I'm liking. Okay. Let's get on to some horror news talk, guys. We've had some really cool news stories pop up, so let's see here. We could go. I got the Chucky news, the Friday 13th, and I'm going to start with the Friday 13th news just because I think the other stuff is a little bit more exciting. So all this information is coming from CineStealth. They're one of the most reliable scoopers in the entire game. They're not someone that like constantly is updating. They're someone who like waits a month or two randomly. They'll just reveal a bunch of information, disappear for another 3 months, and then reveal more information. And they've had a great track record. Rarely have I seen them get stuff wrong. So with that said, he's given us updates on Friday 13th, Jason Voorhees, Chucky, and the new Halloween series. All of it really juicy stuff. Let's start off with the Friday 13th stuff. So, okay. So he's marking them as rumors, but that's just because, again, he's being safe. But I believe he's got his information right here. So he says here, Jason is coming to Fortnite next season, which, yeah, believable. Collab will allegedly feature no references to the F-13 brand. I find this interesting. That is so weird. So I obviously want Jason in Fortnite. I play Fortnite almost every other day with my friend from high school, and I've been enjoying all the collabs and things like that. And Michael Myers was on there. I did a video where I played Fortnite, but only using the knife. You can see that on the Clips channel. But I think that's weird for legal reasons. He won't be able to have any Friday 13th related like emotes or things. That's gonna suck. So are they gonna do like what they did with the John Wick skin early on in Fortnite, where it was just like Hitman or something, but it was really a John Wick skin? Because like it was really cool. The Friday 13th one, they had like the John Carpenter score, the ding 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 ding, but him like playing it on the piano. Is he not gonna get the? I hope so. That'd be really cool. Okay, the second one is probably a little bit more interesting. He says 2 new Friday 13th games in stage of development. One is a multiplayer. The other features a more linear gameplay story. Yes, baby! Linear gameplay story. That is what I've been wanting, One thing I got really bummed with this move and me being away from a professional set and having to live with family is I missed out on the hype of playing the Killer Clowns game. I still want to play it. I'll probably just end up posting it on the Clips channel. They should have released that game during Halloween, man. That's when I would have been ready to play Killer Clowns. But Killer Clowns was still one of those like Dead by Daylight kind of games where it's like 3 versus 3 and you get this and you get that. And I feel like those are fun for a week and then they get repetitive and you get done with them and then they die, right? I'm like, let's do something new with the horror characters. Let's do a game where you take, like Uncharted, God of War, the Spider-Man, Insomniac games, where you tell a linear story, basically a big movie, and just give us levels where we get to play as either Jason or we get to play as the camp counselors or the kids and do unique things. I feel like there's something there. So we're going to get both. They're creating another like Friday 13th game that we just had where like, you're in the camp and you probably get to play with your friends online and Jason's chasing you and all that, just like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game or the Evil Dead game. See, there's so many of those copy games, but whatever. So you'll get that for the people who still want that, and I'll probably still play it and enjoy it for a week. But the one that says a more linear gameplay, that's what has me excited. Because we're not getting a new Friday 13th movie anytime soon. So if you can give me a movie in video game form and I can follow a story, dude, that'd be awesome. Is it going to be something like Until Dawn or The Quarry, where it's like a decision-based game? I wouldn't love that all that much. But like I said, if it's kind of like, I know it's like a bad example, but like the Insomniac Spider-Man games, where it's levels and you get to choose to play different characters and you're following a movie unfold and you're playing it at the same time, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. So, that's what I have. Sorry, someone just told me to look at something. I'll look at it real quick. If it's big, I'll go on it. But one sec. Ryan Reynolds. Oh, that's a okay. That's a cool update. It's just Ryan Reynolds wearing a hat with the Avengers logo on it. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, continuing on here. Then he goes on to talk about the TV series and what kind of went on there, because that was interesting to me. He said here, Crystal Lake TV series is still coming. We knew that. I haven't heard Nick Antosca's name come up personally, but it makes sense. He was working. He has a working relationship with Universal TV and Peacock. Was previously attached to a Friday 13th film a while back. Oh, wow. He was attached to a movie. Pamela would have been the main focus of Fuller season 1, but expected to be more Jason focused since they're going back to the drawing board. So already, for those of you who were mad that Pamela was going to be the focus of the show, at least for the first season, not anymore. They're going to make Jason the focus from season 1. Fuller got A24 on board for Pamela. They, like us, originally conceived a more straightforward but elevated series. All right. This is now where we get a little update on the movie stuff. He says here, New Line has the rights to Friday the 13th brand now, not Paramount. They also own a portion of international rights to Jason himself. To my understanding, existing contracts and overseas rights are holding up a new movie for at least 2 to 5 years. So there's your timeline. And then here's where it gets juicier. That's why the Crystal Lake series isn't called Friday the 13th. Plus why they can't simply make a movie titled Jason. TV rights was easier to untangle for whatever reason. Cunningham is very interested in Blumhouse to bid, who are supposedly trying to untangle the movie knots from the other end. So, as much as some of y'all hate Blumhouse, and I get it, you know, they have bangers and then they have misses. But when they miss, boy, do they miss, right? Like with Imaginary or even Night Swim, where it's like, come on, you're just handing me freaking AI-generated horror movies or something, right? But here, and Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse Studios, has said before, his most desired property is Friday the 13th. He wants to make that movie happen. So Blumhouse is probably pushing for the legal rights to get untangled and do all. That's what he's saying right here is Blumhouse is the ones who are supposedly trying to untangle the movie knots from the other end. But those untangling those knots, 2 to 5 years, buddy. 2 to 5 years. So that's how long we got to wait. Until those 2 to 5 years where they can maybe finally get the movie stuff figured out, we're going to get 2 video games. We got the TV show coming up. We got Fortnite collabs, Call of Duty collabs, and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah. And he even did respond to somebody who was wondering about Dead by Daylights, because there's like, oh, does that mean Friday 13th is going to be in Dead by Daylights? Here, someone said this. They said, damn, no Jason and Dead by Daylights. They said, Fortnite and Call of Duty for now. I think they might see Dead by Daylight as a competitor to their multiplayer game that's in development, IDK. That actually makes sense. If they're making their own Dead by Daylight copy, well, nothing would kill it faster than just letting Jason be in Dead by Daylight, right? You would want to save Jason in that kind of game for your own game. So for anyone wondering why Jason hasn't shown up there, that's probably the best reason you're going to get. So that's the update with Friday the 13th. I'm excited for this stuff. Can't wait to see what happens for it. I need to know your guys' theories on that kind of stuff, whether the game, the movies, or what you'd want to see. All right. Now let's go on to Chucky. So then he goes on to talk about Chucky here, and I'll mix on some stuff. So he says, 1, Chucky, season 4 has allegedly been greenlit, and an announcement will be made soon. This announcement will also let us know it's the final season. We also got updates on the movie, so don't go away. But, okay. Look, I love Chucky. You guys know Chucky basically built me in this channel. I'm very thankful to that little doll boy. I've been up and down with the TV shows. Some stuff they do really great, creative, and it's been fun. And we're so spoiled on that show because Chucky actually gets to play a main character. So many of these other TV shows based on horror characters, they put them in the background, or they make it a prequel, or they do this or that, and you rarely ever get to see the person that the brand is known for. With the Chucky TV series, that's not a problem. You'll see Chucky go to the doctor and get his balls squeezed. That literally happened in season 3. So, but my only problem with the show is it's more funny Chucky than scary Chucky. And I just miss scary Chucky. I miss serious Chucky. And some of the characters have started like making me lose interest. I love Fiona Dourif's character, but they really messed her up in the show and they've done nothing with her, and she's the best actress they got. They've wasted her. And the trio they have, Jake, Devin, and Lexi, I'm just kind of like, I like them, but now I'm just kind of like, I feel like there's nowhere for their storylines to go anymore. And what they did at the end of season 3 where they, spoilers, where they turned into marionette puppets, that was embarrassing. I was like, what the heck? So, but some people like that. They like the campy Chucky, the seed of Chucky, and so that's what you get in the show. Season 4 is coming. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to hope it's good because you do get cool Chucky moments throughout, and there's a lot of great, you get to kill every episode, and they're pretty bloody. But it will be the final season. Okay, so that's what they're saying with season 4, so we'll just wait for that official announcement when season 4 gets announced. So it looks like it's not canceled. Be happy. Then it says here, the untitled Chucky movie is stalled for now, but expect to bring back Fiona Dourif. Not sure who she'll play. Okay, absolutely smart to bring back Fiona. As much Andy Barclay was the best protagonist that they had in the Chucky movies, but after that they brought in Fiona Dourif, and she was great in Curse of Chucky, and then just as good in Cult of Chucky. And then they just dropped her for the show and only used her sparingly. She was great when she was used, though. I'm glad that the movie that they're coming out with, that they did confirm that Don Mancini's working on, it would bring back Fiona. Good. I need her back, and I need you to redeem all the things you've done to her. I need you to make her grow back arms, make her walk again. Something, dude, because what the heck, man. Now, this is the interesting part and the detail about the Chucky movie that I'm like, what does that mean? So the reason he says he's not sure who Fiona will play, because you got to remember in the Chucky universe, Don likes to cast multiple people to play different roles. Like Devin Sawa gets a different role and is killed in every season. So Fiona's already played young Charles Lee Ray. So she's been, what's her name, Nika, and she's been Charles Lee Ray. So she could end up someone else. So he says here, not sure who Fiona would play, because the hot rumor is that it will be a prequel set either before the first film or between films. I know she played Charles for TV flashbacks, but I don't think she can sustain a whole movie. So I don't know what's up. There's your first bit of detail for the Chucky movie. Finally, buddy. Like I said, I've enjoyed the TV show in some moments and others not, but all I really want back is another Chucky movie. I want a movie in this universe again, not just a TV show. This is the first details we got. It's going to be a prequel. So I thought the next movie would be maybe following the events after the TV show and something like that. Maybe they include a little bit of the trio or have Fiona just be the focus again and kind of more jump off to where they left off from Cult of Chucky. But no, it's going to be a prequel that might happen before the first movie. Okay. Yes, this is, to me, very reliable source. Yes. People are asking again, very reliable source. I followed them for years now, and they've gotten stuff right, so I do believe them. But anyways, okay, this is what they could end up doing with the show. I mean, with the movie. Okay, so if it's a prequel, then I think it's obviously then going to be a Charles Lee Ray focused movie. Because you can't have Chucky be Chucky because it's before the first movie. No way he shows up in the doll body before the events of the first Child's Play. So it could be a Charles Lee Ray movie, and since she did play Charles Lee Ray very well, which I like the performance, it could be a whole movie of the Lakeshore Strangler, his early days killing and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like, that would kind of take away. I'd like Chucky to be Chucky in that doll body, doing the things he does in a more serious way. But I guess if the story's good, I don't mind seeing a Charles Lee Ray movie where he doesn't get to be in the doll body. What will probably be better is in between movies. So kind of like what Saw X did. If you remember Saw X was set between the first Saw movie and the second Saw movie. That's where Saw X happened, and that was a fantastic movie. So this can be done good. So we could have a Chucky movie set between Child's Play 1 and Child's Play 2. But that's like kind of hard to do because like the opening of Child's Play 2 is literally them, fixing the doll that was burnt up in the first movie. So it's like, how did a story happen in between unless he always had the voodoo spell that let him have multiple dolls up, you know? The only other one that would make sense for in between is like something between, no, I don't even know, something between seed and curse. That's the only other time there's like a gap in the Chucky history where something can happen. People, stop yapping. I already looked at it and I showed it on screen. It was just him wearing a hat with the Avengers logo, the same Avengers logo we already talked about. But anyways, so I don't know. I'm curious. I want this Chucky movie more than anything, but I want it to be good. I want it to be serious, and we'll see, man. But yeah, I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion on where you think this could go. What would be a good gap? Because I'm trying to think between Child's Play 3 and Bride. Yeah, he was cut up and then he was restitched together. So like nothing could have really have happened in between there. It'd have to be something like set between Seed or Curse, I think. I don't know. We'll have to end up seeing, but yeah. Or how about, maybe you're right, in between seasons of Chucky. That could actually make sense. There's a lot of gap in between seasons or before the show starts. And Chucky, this is what I liked about Curse of Chucky. Chucky has this like compulsive disorder where if he has a victim that got away, he has like this OCD where he has to go find them and kill them. So it could be him going after other characters that got away from the franchise, you know, like Tyler or the couple from Bride of Chucky or other people. So we'll find out, man. We'll find out. Okay. All right, now let's talk about the Halloween news that is also just as exciting. As you guys know, they're working on a Halloween reboot, both a movie and a TV show that's going to be interconnected because that's just the way things are done now. And let's go into our first bit of details about what could happen here. So, again, CineStealth, very reliable source. I followed them. I believe what they're saying, but here's what they got so far. So they say here, TV series is rumored to be a Starz original, but could also end up on Paramount Plus or Hulu. All right, Starz original is different. I'm like, all right, I don't even know if there's like a Star original out there, but if they're the one that won the bid and that's where they want to put it, go ahead. I'm surprised. Oh, never mind. I was going to say I'm surprised it's not on Peacock because of Universal, but Blumhouse doesn't have the Halloween rights anymore. That's the whole point of this is they lost it, so they're not going to be on Peacock anymore. And the new people is MGM. Is it MGM? Miramax. It's Miramax that now owns the Halloween rights, and they're going to be making stuff. Personally, I'd prefer Hulu. I like Hulu, so I'd rather it be on Hulu. That's where I hope it goes up. Okay. It says here, Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis will appear. Story could pick up immediately after the events of the original film and involve Michael being sent to a maximum security prison. So, if you're new to the Halloween franchise, this is kind of standard. We've gotten so many timelines in the Halloween universe, whether it's the original timeline of the John Carpenter movies with the first two Halloween movies, or they jump a timeline and we go to Halloween 4, which then brings us to 5, 6, and then Resurrection, where that timeline ends. Then there's another time where that wasn't it, where they go 4, 5, and 6. Then they instead change the timeline again, and they go 1, 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection. Then they change the timeline again to go Halloween, the 2018 Blumhouse movie in that trilogy. And now here we are doing a new timeline, starting with the original Halloween and then going off of this. I kind of like this idea. So it'll pick up right when Michael Myers gets arrested. I know that wasn't part of the original film, but you can assume that, especially if they want this to happen. Michael gets arrested after the events of Halloween, and he gets sent to a prison instead. Oh, I love that idea, because all this time, Michael has been in an insane asylum. A pretty high security one. But seeing Michael with other deranged people, that could be a cool show. Can you imagine that's the show? It's Michael in a cage, Michael in a prison, him just doing prison things. What if he gets in a fight inside, or people want to mess with the Shape in prison? I feel like that could be kind of a cool show. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And if Dr. Loomis is there, well, Dr. Loomis is still going to want to do his, his studying of Michael, his like the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. And so Dr. Loomis would be at this prison going, you have to lock him up. He's crazy. You can't put him with the rest of the people. Whoever they cast as Dr. Loomis has got their work cut out for him. All right. Continuing on. It says here, This would indicate a period piece. So because it takes place immediately after the original, and that was what, 79, 78? I think it's 1978. And the show would probably take place 1 year later because you would want it to be set on Halloween, right? So 1979. Unless there's a time jump or something, I assume we'd have to get at least another year's Halloween, unless that's the planned tie-in in the movie that's been teased. Haven't heard Laurie Strode's name mentioned at all. 2025 is when they're aiming for this TV show to be out. Wow, that's next year, buddy. That means they could start filming this Halloween TV show this year, by the end of the year. We'll see. He also said here, I also heard a casting rumor, but I'm going to sit on it for a little bit to see if anything comes out in the meantime that can validate it. See, that's why I like this source, because they mention what they hear, but if they hear something really iffy, they hold on to it until they can verify it. Okay. All right. So I like this because I love Laurie Strode. Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome. But we're done with Laurie Strode for now. Let's give her a break. Let's bring in new characters. Because with Laurie, you either go two ways. You either make her the sister or you make her a stranger that's obsessed with killing Michael. And both versions are played out. I prefer the sister angle and Michael to be obsessed with like his family. But I know some people don't like that. They prefer Michael to be just the crazy man who randomly chose a babysitter and went after them that night, which is pretty scary. So, getting rid of Laurie altogether, I'm fine with. Let's get new protagonists in there. Let's give Laurie Strode a break. Dr. Loomis, I still kind of do want part of it. I think Loomis is a character that always got kind of like sidelined a little bit. He's been Donald Pleasance. He was part of the movies for all up until 6, right? Halloween 1 through 6, until unfortunately he passed. But he was like a character they could have done so much with. I don't know why they never made him a main character in those Halloween movies, but the TV show gives us that opportunity to have him be the main character. Other than that, though, is what does that mean for the movie tie-in? So let's say they do this, where where they have Michael then go to the prison, and the TV show is like him in prison, right? Obviously, that season would probably end the day before Halloween, and it would be Michael escaping the prison. And then the movie that the show is supposed to tie into would be Michael on Halloween night going after new people. And if you saw the TV show, you get a little bit of context of what Michael has been doing the past year. That could be a good way to kind of do it, right? Michael gets arrested. We see a whole year of him just interacting with other people. Maybe he doesn't like to kill people unless it's Halloween, so he's just acting normal, taking abuse or beating up other people. Kind of like that scene from Rob Zombie's Halloween where he kills the janitor. I always feel bad. I was always good to you, Mikey. Oh, dude, that scene always hurt me as a kid watching that. I wouldn't mind that. Like I said, I like the idea of Michael in prison. I just think that's cool because then he's surrounded by other tough guys who want to mess with him. And dude, just imagining a tough guy trying to go up to Michael, intimidate him, do something to him, and Michael just like sneaks out of his like cage at night or whatnot, goes into his bunker and I think that could be cool. And like I said, you end that season with him breaking out of prison, going to the nearest town, Haddonfield, and there's your movie. There you go. I set up the Halloween universe for you. Send me my check. But we'll see what ends up happening. Like I said, this is still something we're getting. We're getting a TV show and a movie. TV show's coming first, and the TV show would lead into the movie they have planned. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on that. Okay, so that was a lot of movie news talk right there. Thank you guys for bearing with me on all that. Y'all have been fantastic. Let's go in now to some of these super chats that you guys have been rattling off here because y'all are amazing. All right, here. So he said, any update on the Sonic movie? Where that OF? I don't know what OF means. I've never heard of that. All right. You know what? Maybe if I make the promise, I'll finally make the video. Because I've been slacking so badly on videos with you guys, and you guys have been so patient with me because I haven't been that consistent with the channel because of the move, I keep talking about this plot leak I have. The same one I got for like the whatchamacallit, the Venom movie. I read the plot synopsis for Smile 2. Then the next day we got the trailer. It proved the plot synopsis right. Venom 1 turned out to be pretty accurate. Okay. I got a pretty detailed plot synopsis for Sonic 3. The only reason I've been holding it back is because I just want to make sure, one, it's accurate, which based off the other, since it's the same source, it is accurate. but also it reveals a couple of characters, and I'm just like, dude, I don't want to be the one to like put that on the internet. Then everyone goes, Chris said so and so is showing up, and I'm like, that just gives me. I don't want to be a scooper. I want to be the guy reading the news. I don't want to be the one spreading it. But I see how crazy Sonic fans have been going right now because they're just dying for something, right? They're looking at McDonald's toy leaks. They're looking at other toy leaks and all this stuff. They're like desperate. They want this trailer, and we're probably going to get it at Comic-Con. Fine. I'm going to compromise with you guys, okay? I'm going to read the plot synopsis that still reveals a lot of interesting information that I don't think is like giant spoilers, but like it gives you an idea of how the plot's going to go. And it's not like a Wikipedia plot synopsis again. It's like one that you would see under the YouTube trailer, just real detailed. But I'm gonna black out the names of the characters and things because I'm like, I just don't want to be that. I'll give you hints to who they are in the video, but I don't want to be the one to reveal it. And if it turns out being wrong, I'll reveal it to you and be like, oh, okay, the plot synopsis said it was this character and this character. They're not in the movie. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. You know, I'll be honest. I always be honest when I'm wrong. So tonight, I'm gonna film it. I'll send it to my editor, and then Saturday I'll post it. So look out on the channel for your actual plot synopsis for Sonic 3. Just be nice to me, man. Just be nice. That's all. Okay. Let's move on now. All right. I'm a big fan. Well, thank you, Eli. I like the Sonic picture, man. Stay tuned for the channel tomorrow. Here's some Sonic news. Okay. Out of these fictional schools, which would you live? Ooh, I like this question. I love creative questions like this. Thank you, AL. Fantastic. Okay. Hogwarts, Jedi Academy, or Xavier School for the Gifted? All right, dude. Great freaking question. Awesome choices here. You know what? I'm going to rule out Jedi Academy right away. Because although the Jedi are cool, and you guys also know I'm not a big Star Wars guy, the Jedi to me are like monks. That like the Jedi whole order, they're like, it's like the church. It's like a religious group almost, you know? Like I feel like it's an allegory for that, right? So to be part of the Jedi Academy would be like me enlisting to become a pastor. Yeah, sure, I'll get a lightsaber and cool powers, well, if I have the Force, right? And I'll get all that kind of stuff, but I have to be one with the Force. And I have to meditate a lot. And also I have the possibility of being killed because younglings end up getting killed at the Jedi Academy. So I'm going to let go of the Jedi Academy. Don't want the responsibility. Letting go of that. It's between Hogwarts and Xavier School for the Gifted. Now, the thing that's going to make it or break it for me is am I a muggle and am I a mutant? Okay? If I'm a muggle, I don't want to go to Hogwarts, okay? I'm not Hermione Granger. I'm not a bookworm. I'm not going to do enough studying to become cool enough as a muggle in Hogwarts, okay? So if I'm born with the little thing and I have powers, Hogwarts would be cool, but Xavier School for the Gifted, dude. Dude, not only would I have mutant powers in there, well, I'd have to have mutant powers to be accepted in the school, right? They don't just let random people in. Okay, so definitely going with Xavier School for the Gifted because I'd get powers. Hopefully I don't get no toad powers or ugly things that make me bad, but dude. And I say this with love if you're watching me right now, honey. I appreciate you moderating me, babe. But all the baddies in Xavier School for the Gifted. Oh, Jubilee, how you doing? Emma Frost, how you doing, girl? Freaking Jean Grey. Let's see that Phoenix. I'm going to Xavier School for the Gifted. I think that would be the best. I think that'd be the best. All right. Oh, Rogue too. You're right. But I'd just be the guy in the corner watching everybody in relationships like, I wish somebody would pay attention to me. 3C, hey 3C, have you played the Deadpool game before? I've only played a little bit of it. I do want to play a full round. That was one of those games where like I'd watch other people play it and I'd watch their playthroughs and it just looked like a lot of fun. But I did like. I think that game didn't get enough attention when it came out. But that is a cool game. Go over the Deadpool topic first, please. Okay, well we already went over it, bud. In the description if you want. A lot of cool stuff. Congrats on your new house. Thank you, man. Oh, dude, I cannot tell you how freaking grateful I am, guys. It's been stressful, but like in a good way of just packing, moving, and trying to get the setup looking as perfect because I want you guys to love it. But it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you, all of you who watching right now, whether you're just in regular chat, super chat, and hitting that like button, or you watch a random video. It's thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, where are you going to put stripper pole in the new studio? I wonder if that was you, Jose Garcia, because I have all the photos of the edits of you guys made of what you think my studio should look like. I'm gonna react to those before I post the new studio video. Yeah, and somebody edited in a stripper pole, and I thought that was funny. So I can't wait for you to see my reaction to that. Any update on Poppy Playtime? I think they said the movie's now greenlit. So probably by the end of this year they start filming, be out by next year, if not 2026 the latest. But the movie's moving forward. Movie's moving forward. Bro never opened my DMs on IG and MC Scoop is so hot. Okay, I'll remember that, buddy. Sorry, bud. I'll look in. Just been busy. Sorry about that. Chris, what is the worst bathroom break you ever had in a movie theater? Ooh, I don't know if I try to be really good about like making sure my bladder is empty before the movie, or I'll sometimes go during the trailers. Since I'm watching a lot of those trailers 100 times online anyways, I'm like, oh, okay, they're about to play this trailer. Let me go pee real quick or stuff like that. But I wouldn't say I had a bad bathroom break. It was more like, I forget the movie it was. But it's a movie where, like, it's so good and you just don't want to miss it, but you got to pee. And I think that was just more it for me. It's like I was watching a movie. I forget which one it was, but I had to pee and I just didn't want to leave. And it was that point where you're holding it in that it starts to sting and hurt in your bladder. And so, like, you just had to get up and go. So that was really it. I just forced myself to hold on to it as much as I could because I still wanted to see the movie. But I never had, like, I didn't go in the bathroom and then be like, oh my God, there's a dude pooping in the urinal. I've seen the aftermath of that, but I've never seen someone do that. All right. Hey, Chris, Deadpool might be coming to Call of Duty, and execution seemingly for him was found in the files. Oh, dude, if that happens, I'll find a way to play it on the channel. I do a little Call of Duty. I'm not great, but I do a little. I do a little. Hey, Chris, I hope you're doing well. Have you seen the upcoming horror movie Longlegs starring Nicolas Cage? No, that is one of my most anticipated horror movies of this year. Have not gotten a screening for that yet. I've seen all of my movie-related people who also do reviews and stuff online. They've gotten to see it already, and I'm so jealous because I hear fantastic things about it, but no, I haven't yet. I'll probably have to see it the weekend it comes out, and I'll definitely get a review out for you guys. But that's like my most anticipated horror movie. That and Maxine. Hey, Chris, which I am seeing July 1st. So, like, in a couple of days, I see Maxine. Very excited. Very excited. Hey, Chris, I didn't see you rank A Quiet Place Day 1 on Letterboxd. Oh, yeah, dude. Thank you for reminding me. I got to do that. Like I said, with the move and everything going on, I've just not been connected online. I feel like I've fallen off. Like, bro fell off, isn't uploading, isn't consistent online. The pressures of being a social media somewhat influencer online. But thank you for reminding me that. I do want to write my letterbox and be consistent with that and rank it. I'm going to do that, my friend. What are your top 3 favorite YouTube channels that don't pertain to movies or TV? Keep up the original, the great content. You know what's so funny? I felt like I watched more YouTube before I was a YouTuber. And now as a YouTuber, watching other YouTubers, I get not jealous, but I'm like, dude, these guys are good at what they do. Not just movie people, but other people. I know for sure, like Mark S. Brownlee, my MKBHD. I love his tech reviews, and I'm always watching the latest things he's talking about in the world of tech. So MKBHD is for sure one of them. I'm trying to think, like, I don't even know. I still sometimes check out Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, but I don't watch I listen to their podcast more, Ear Biscuits, because I just like, I have stuff to do around the house or I'm prepping for things. I like to have something to just listen to, and I like their podcast, Ear Biscuits, but I used to watch a lot of Good Mythical Morning, so I like them, and they seem like nice people. I also respect their business ethic and how they've grown that brand. That's awesome. I'm trying to think of like, oh yeah, I don't know. Some people are saying Mr. Beast. I respect Mr. Beast, but I can't sit down and watch his stuff. It's like, no offense to him, because it obviously works, but his like content is so it's felt like it's meant for an iPad kid, if that makes sense. Like, it's so like, I just built the world's largest boat on the Grand, and it's all like text and super fast in your face. It's like, I'm a little too old for this kind of energy, Mr. Beast, but you keep it up, buddy. I respect him, though, but I just like, I don't know. And some of those are movie channels. I like Double Toasted, but I don't know, outside of movie channels. I'm trying to think of, like, there should be someone else. I don't know if I say, I like Moist Critical. I wouldn't say he's, like, one of my favorites, but I'll check out, like, his videos every now and then. Like, if it's an interesting topic. I think I'm just really going to go with those two right now. Yeah, any Fortnite YouTubers? No. I'm trying to see if you guys are mentioning any better one. As someone who watched Mr. Beast, I agree with you. Yeah, and that's not it obviously works. Like, I thought about switching my editing. Oh, Dead Meat. Yeah, but they're a movie channel. I like Dead Meat a lot, though. But I thought about changing my editing style to the Mr. Beast, and I'm just like, I can't. It's too hard to him. But it works for him. He's got millions of views, and that's fantastic. I like watching Kai Cenat clips. I could never, like, sit down and watch his streams. Like, that Kevin Hart and Drewski stream he did, dude, I was laughing my butt off at those clips. Things like that. Okay, I'll just leave it at there. Let's move on now. All right, watched Inside Out 2 twice. Really loved it. Also, did you know that the actor for Lance Yongyi is both YouTuber and voice actor? Oh, I did not know that. Awesome. It's funny that you said you watched it twice, because after I saw Inside Out 2 once, I was like, I need to go see this again. That was really good, but we haven't been back yet. I really ended up loving that movie, and I hope they make Inside Out 3. Okay, watch Dark Matter and Sugar on Apple TV. Ooh, dude, Apple TV be having low-key some of the best shows. Apple TV is like really good with their shows. Let me look up Dark Matter. I haven't heard of that one. I want to watch that new Jake Gyllenhaal one. That looks good. The Jake Gyllenhaal show, Dark Matter series. Okay. Oh, this looks like is it a scientific show? No, something else. Okay, that looks interesting. I'll remember those, Sugar and Dark Matter. But I want to watch that Jake Gyllenhaal show. Okay. I'm Mad Max. Decide not to publish on their Stramen. I'm sorry. I thought you meant you're Mad Max from the friggin' George Miller movies. I'm Mad Max decided not to publish on their streaming. Oh, dude. That's the news you're talking about with Lantern and the Penguin series. Yeah, they're gonna be HBO shows. I think they're just trying to make them more high quality and stuff like that. When I first saw that article, I thought they did the thing they did with Cape Crusader, where they just sold the show to another streamer, which would have sucked. But yeah, I get that. Hung like a horse. Let me take you out to dinner. Well, buddy, let me tell you one thing. I don't like horses. And you know what's funny, though? I never, and maybe other YouTubers get it and all that kind of stuff, and either way, I would never entice it because I'm a taken man. But the only time I get hit on online or get DMs from people that are attracted to me, always the gay men. That's why I don't swing that way, because if I did, I wouldn't leave any for the rest of y'all. Dude, and I'm not even kidding. One time I got sent a full-on naked body pic. And it was like, hey. And I was like, wish I didn't open that DM. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully you were just joking, man. Who would win, OG Chucky or Reboot Chucky? OG Chucky. I think OG Chucky's got it. I like Reboot Chucky, and Reboot Chucky is pretty cool in my opinion, but OG Chucky. I think magic beats technology, in my opinion, because OG Chucky has voodoo. What is your worst movie theater experience involving an annoying person or annoying people? Dude, it is getting worse out there. I have to remember, and this is me talking. Okay, so I went to go see A Quiet Place day one, review up on the channel, really good. This was a press screening, and press screenings is usually a very professional setting, because you have press there. You have people who are like the newspaper journalists, the radio people, YouTuber influencers like me, other people. That's what like shows up at the Dallas press screenings, right? And I'm just one of the people in there. But because they're professionals and this is their job to see this movie, it's usually like a good crowd. Well, they mixed us in with like other people and stuff like that. And dude, just general audiences that to fill in the space, which is great that they can see the movie for free. But dude, I kid you not, there's a moment, this is a press screening, and they tell you, like a physical person stands up before the screening saying, hey, you're seeing this movie a week early, please do not take out your cell phones. If you do, we have to make sure you're not recording the film, doing all this. Like, they give you that whole spiel beforehand. Tell me why, as soon as the word A Quiet Place came up, someone flashed the screen with their iPhone. Someone went, is it even showing? Why? They just took the photo. They just took the photo of the screen. And I was like, What the heck, man? And it was just so he could do the Snapchat or the social media post of like, oh, at the movies, watching A Quiet Place, movie time. And I'm like, oh, dude. Okay, whatever. Someone's phone went off. Somebody was just scrolling on their phone because we got that TikTok brain rot, and The Quiet Place Day One is a bit of a slower movie. It's got a slower pace to it. So somebody got bored and was just like, let me read my emails real quick. And dude, I'm just like, what is happening? Why does no one respect the movie theater experience anymore? So that was my most recent one. The annoying person one. I'm trying to think. It's just always like people who talk. No, okay, I thought about this the other day. I'm so glad. Okay, it wasn't the person's fault, but it was probably one of the worst movie experiences I had. So I went to go see A West Side Story, the Rachel Zegler, Steven Spielberg movie, because my lady wanted to see it. I know I didn't review it on the channel, but I wanted to see it. And Steven Spielberg, I always want to see his movies. Okay, there was an old man in the auditorium, and he had a hearing aid. There was something with his hearing aid that caused there to be a ding the entire movie. A like a high frequency kind of ding because of his hearing aid. Dude, I wanted to leave the theater so bad, but I felt bad because my girl, I guess I was the only one that could hear it, because like, you know how some people hear different frequencies depending on how good or bad your hearing is, just like with dogs and stuff like that. Dude, yeah, I was pissed because she couldn't hear it, so she thought I was crazy. She's like, I don't hear anything. What are you talking about? And the whole time I just hear a ringing, just like if a grenade went off my ear. Ding! Really high frequency sound. And dude, I just had the worst headache during the movie. I just could not stop hearing the sound. And I'm like, dude. And I didn't realize it till the movie was over. It was the guy, the old man, because he got up and he started going to the exit and leaving. And as he was leaving, the sound was going less and less and less and less and less until it disappeared. It was his hearing aid. I was like, oh, dude, what the hell? So that was one of the worst times for me. That's one of the worst times. It's meme time on X. Oh, geez. What's the meme we got on X today, Reed? Let's see this. Okay, let me see. Is it on this one? Oh, 3C when he turns 30. It's got the bald sound effect on it, don't you, Reed? When Papa 3C finally moves into the house after being trapped with relatives' place. Yeah, dude, I was happy. Thank you for those, Reed. All right, let's move on here. Chris, Deadpool versus Wolverine popcorn bucket. I told you, for educational purposes, I'm going to have to test out the bucket. That's the sacrifice I make for you guys. Can you say my name? Haha, do you rate the car movies? Devoyens Bencatis. Devoyens Bencatis. That's a cool name, and that's exactly how you say it from now on. Can you, do you rate the car movies? Do you mean the Pixar car movies? I've only seen the first two. I still have to see Cars 3, and it's Cars 1 all day. It's Cars 1 all day, baby. I did a live stream for Child's Play 2019's 5-year anniversary with Damn Dude and Nightmare Crypt last Friday. It was a lot of fun. Sad there was no sequel. Those are cool guys. I remember Damn Dude and Nightmare Crypt. They were all the ones also talking about the sequel. I mean, the reboot when it was coming up. Dude, it's been 5 years since that movie. That's crazy, man. I'm still sad they didn't get a sequel. I would have wanted to see what they do with that movie or that universe. Shark Lord just sends in some support. Thank you so much. Hey, Chris, keep giving us amazing material you pump out. Stay safe, brother. Cheers all the way from the deep south in Rejuve. Well, thank you, Bendover69. Appreciate you. Deadpool and Freaky Ryan? Frick Ryan, okay. Thank you for that. Dude, I gotta go back to school, man. Do you remember Foster Farms chicken commercials? Oh my, I do not remember Foster Farms chicken commercials. I'll look at it for a quick second here if you really need me to look at it. Let me see here. Foster Farms chicken commercials. Where is it? Why did my thing not pop up? Sorry, guys. Foster Farms chicken commercials. Let's get them done. What the heck is this? Foster Farms chicken. I do not remember this. What is this? This looks like something out of my dream. So it's just like puppets that would come out of nowhere? That actually looks scary. I don't know how you remember these commercials, my friend. I just like the only childhood commercial I remember is Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. I know these are pieces, but you know, pieces. But Reese's Puff. What is another one? It's my money and I need it now. Call JG. What was 877 cash now? What's another one? I'm trying to remember all the jingles from my time. 3C film, A Quiet Place Day One might be a good horror. It was good. Dude, I'm surprised. There are some people who hate that movie. I took a screenshot of like a review, and that's making me wonder if I should do a spoiler review on the movie because some people did not like that movie. Let me see if I can find somebody gave it like a terrible review, dude. Let me see if I can pop this up here. Call JG Wentworth. I have an annuity and I need cash. No, okay, I took a screenshot of this because I was like, dude, what? This is how badly some people hate the movie. It said, everyone cut the BS. The film is literally about a sick woman wanting pizza for over 90 minutes. Literally nothing happens this movie. As for people saying this is a beautifully shot movie, that might be true to some degree. But A Quiet Place Day One lacked any scares, no character development, zero substance, and lackluster ending. The movie had so much potential, especially considering its setting. I'd give this 0 stars. Anyone saying anything positive about this online must be a bot. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, so that's how I imagine negative comments when I read them. But dude, I don't agree with it. I understand why some people have that. Because the marketing was not representative of what the movie is. The marketing was making you think it was a big, explosive, giant action almost kind of movie for the Quiet Place universe, and you'd get more idea on the monsters or this and that. And the movie was not that. It was not about explosions and the monsters and the scares. It was a human story about someone who's literally about to die. The apocalypse happens, and they want nothing more but to continue living for a human reason. I thought there was giant character development through it, and I thought it was very beautifully shot. I just thought it was a really good story, but some people did not like the more like sentimental story they went with. They were like, I wanted to see where the aliens came from, or I wanted that, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Chucky boy, what's your scariest horror movie viewing experience as a kid? Scariest as a kid? Because I started watching them crazy young. I was surprised. Like I got into the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I saw those pretty young, and I just loved those. But like I don't think I really did have a scary one. I was scared of like a Nightmare on Elm Street the first time I saw it, but then I just thought they were cool after that because of all the like the dream stuff and the powers Freddy had. But I didn't really have like a scary moment. I don't think there was like ever something that like kept me up at night. I was like, Dad, come get me. I was always excited to see them. I don't know. If I think of one, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Are you excited for Thunderbolts? I can't wait to see Red Guardian and John Walker again. I am excited for Thunderbolts. Not as much as like I was when I first thought about it, but I do like the idea of that team coming together and like just like what they're going to do with their dynamic and how far into like the Suicide Squad story they're going to play into, you know, because of the mission and how they handle the Sentry. But it's like, it's just hard for me to get excited sometimes about some Marvel projects with the way things are going. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a Marvel hater. I'm just like, damn, it really is settling in for me that I'm like slightly Marvel fatigue. But I'm still like excited for Fantastic Four, Deadpool and Wolverine, the Daredevil show, and the Avenger movie. That's kind of it right now. And whatever they do with Spider-Man. Always going to be excited. Batman and Spider-Man, though, I don't think I'll ever be fatigued of that stuff. Those are like the two people, like no matter what, always down for some Batman and Spider-Man. My predictions of what's going to happen. The first trailer of Captain America 4, Phase 6 announcements. Okay, Captain America 4 for sure. Phase 6, I don't know if they'll do Phase 6 announcements. Maybe just clear up the timeline a little bit and give us release dates to when shows are coming out in between movies. And Daredevil trailer, ooh, that would be cool. I would love a Daredevil trailer. I wonder if we get Mothra's show for the Monsterverse. I don't know if we'd get a show, but I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up. That'd be cool for her to show up. There's been a different reporter saying the budget is less than that of the Marvels. IDK, if this is reliable. You're probably right. Like I said, with some of these stories, I haven't been able to do my due diligence because of the move. And you're right. World of Real, I forget, is not a reliable source. I don't know why I saw that. I went into that, but you're probably right. Like, hopefully it is less than the Marvels, though, because, like, dude, they're setting up that movie to fail if it has a $360 million budget. I'd love to see you collab with TC Nick 3 because of your similar names. Ooh, I don't think I know who TC Nick 3 is. TC Nick 3. Maybe I do if I see his face. Sadly, I don't think I know this individual, but if they make content, that's pretty cool. Good for them. Good for them. Did you watch the Arkham animated series? Also, any news on Sonic 3 or Fast X Part 2, the Mario Bros. Movie 2? Sonic 3 news? You're going to get it tomorrow, and it's going to be nerve-wracking for me because I do not want to be the Chris says this is going to happen. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is, guys, but you don't have to make me the source. I'm just trying to give y'all some Sonic news since y'all want some, and I have it, so why hold it back from the people? Fast X2, no. I know we got like that concept art and Vin Diesel's been talking up the movie, but not really. Only update with Mario Bros. 2 is like the announcement for that movie that they got, but I don't think it's supposed to be the sequel for Mario. It's like the Donkey Kong spin-off or like a Luigi spin-off kind of movie. So we'll see. Search up Ulysses 3C. Could be him. Yeah, we talked about that with the Superman photos. Yeah, it's either Ultraman, Ulysses, or freaking like a Bizarro, a Superman kind of clone. Have you seen The Village 2004? If not, check it out. I think you'd like it. Is that the M. Night Shyamalan one? I do. I didn't like it as a kid. Saw it as an adult, and I appreciated it more. But as a kid, I was always like, what? Where are the monsters at? So I wanted it to be a monster movie. 3C Films, Cobra Kai season. Oh, dude. I got an email from Netflix where they're like, Chris, you want season 6 of Cobra Kai? We'll give it to you if you review it. I got to respond to that email because I want season 6. Wow. You know, not to flex on you guys, but it is the last season. I want to really excited to see it. So I got to respond to that email. But yeah, Cobra Kai. Can't wait. Final season, baby. My chess. Ooh. BP sends in some love. Thank you so much. Do you think A-Train is going to die in The Boys? Oh, and I got to see the episode of Boys tonight, man. Gee, so much stuff to do. All right. Maybe. Maybe they're setting up A-Train to die because he's like going into that path of wanting to be redemptive and all that stuff. And the things he's done and all that stuff, the only way you get redeemed is a noble sacrifice, right? So maybe he dies. I'm very glad Peacemaker is still canon. I love Vigilante. He's my favorite DC character. By the way, can you rank the Suicide Squad members worst to best? Oh, let me see them. Side a squad tier list. Somebody's got to have made a tier list, right? Maybe I could. Okay, cool. I'll do it super quick for you guys. All right. So I'm going to go with the ones I don't even care about. The ones I think like, what the heck? These votes. Come on now. Who are these guys? Dude, this guy's whole purpose in freaking David Ayers is just to show you the bombs in the neck work. This guy was a nobody. They didn't even give him a backstory. Every other character in that movie was like, oh, Deadshot was this. This guy did this. This guy has been here. Oh, we're just going to bring in this rope guy, but don't worry about his backstory because he's dead in a minute. It's okay. Who else is going at the bottom of the list? Like Roker there. I'm just getting rid of like people that have like no real like impact for me. The Pete Davidson guy. I don't mind Pete Davidson, but he didn't do much for me. I think that might be it for me. Okay. All right, now let's go somewhere second in the middle here. So I think I'm going to put Peacemaker on top. He's earned himself a lot. Peacemaker is great. I have Joker. I'm going to put B. I wish that version of the Joker was better. Harley Quinn on top. You know what? I think Nathan Fillion was kind of funny as the hand. When his hands popped up and they were just slowly going, that was the funniest thing ever, man. Funniest thing. Deadshot could have been better. I don't think it should have been Will Smith. I like Will Smith, but I feel like that's a major miscast. That's one of those situations where they casted such a big celebrity for such a minor villain, if that makes sense. So they had to then make the villain bigger for those purposes. Amanda Waller, she pisses me off sometimes. Although Viola Davis is great, but Amanda Waller pisses me off, man. Captain Boomerang, I think it's funny though. I like Captain Boomerang. Fuego dude, I forget his name, but he was kind of cool. I'm gonna put her down here. I didn't like too much of her. She was all right. Killer Croc will go up there. Rick Flag up there. More specifically, Rick Flag from James Gunn's is this. If I'm going this version of Rick Flag, it's down there. Okay? All right. Still following me, cameraman? Still good? Okay. Let's see here. I still like Harley. Both versions of Harley were really cool. Polka Dot Man, I loved Polka Dot Man. I thought that was cool. Idris Elba, I thought was really good. This version of Viola Davis still pisses me off. Oh, not Viola, what's her name? Amanda Waller. Who's this guy? The Tinkerer? He didn't really do much. Like, he had a cool design, but... Bird. I'll put the freaking guy here. Captain Boomerang... I'll put him up here because he had a fun death. And then Ratcatcher right there. All right. That's my ranking. Just off the top of my head. Not much explanation because you sent in a super chat. There you go, my friends. There you go. Cool stuff. Okay. A month ago when you released the Venom plot leak, you said you'd release another plot leak following a couple of days. You didn't. The movie... was it, and why didn't it release? Okay, so again, and I'll explain it more in the video. So the plot leak is for Sonic 3. A couple of reasons I didn't want to do it is, one, I'd never want to be the guy that just like is like lying to the internet, and I don't mean to do. If I ever spread something, it's because I honestly feel it's reliable, it's legit, and I want to share it with you guys. And even then, sometimes I end up being wrong. I forget for what things we've talked about before, but you know, sometimes I bring up a news story, ends up being wrong, and then the next time we talk about that news story, I'll say, oh, I got that wrong, guys. By the way, this is that. So I like to be that guy. So I wanted to see after the Venom trailer if the plot I read matched the trailer. And it did, but there were a lot of elements from the Venom trailer that weren't in that plot. Like the monsters coming from Venom's world. That wasn't part of the plot leak. So I'm like, interesting. And the big part still wasn't confirmed in that trailer is 10-year-old Peter Parker part of the movie? Because there is a little kid with Tom Hardy in the Venom trailers, but we don't know if that's Peter Parker or if that's going to be another character, you know? So it felt like it was 50-50. Like, it was accurate, but then it wasn't accurate. Like, what was it, okay? So then that's why I had the other plot leaks that were sent to me for, like, Smile 2 and even the Red one. I never told you, but I got the Red one plot synopsis, and the trailers for the Red one and the trailer for Smile 2 confirmed the plot synopsis I had. So I'm like, okay, so they are accurate, meaning this Sonic 3 trailer, this Sonic 3 plot leak is probably going to be accurate too. Okay, the other reason is the plot leak reveals characters that are going to be part of the movie, and I don't want discussing film updates to be like, Chris says, I don't know, Mario is showing up in Sonic 3 via 3C Films, because that just feels so much pressure on me. I'm like, oh, I'm not a scooper. I don't. So I've just decided I'm going to do an in-between thing. I'll read the plot synopsis so you still get an idea of where the movie's going, because it is interesting where it's going. But I'm going to blur out the names of the characters and just give you hints to who they are, and then you as fans can speculate. That way no one's going, Chris said so-and-so is in the movie, because I'm like, I don't want that pressure. So, but I'll give you the hints tomorrow for the plot leak of Sonic 3. And even without those character names, a lot of juicy details that like, oh, okay, that's cool to know. Just giving you an idea of where the movie's going, not like spoiling it or ruining it for you. Just like, in this movie, this adventure happens kind of thing. Okay. Did you know that Deadpool and Wolverine is going to have a Jack in the Box meal collab? I saw this. Is it going to be worldwide, or is this going to be like a thing where it's like only in Mexico? Jack in the Box is apparently going to do like a collab. So here it says, Jack in the Box will have a special Deadpool and Wolverine menu. Chris Platter is back on, baby. That's your boy right here. 3C Food Reviews coming at you. It's going to be chimichangas, chicken strips, waffle sticks. Dude, the waffle sticks sound good. And a party box. Dude, that's going to be a fun video to make. But is there anything in here that's like, is it in a different language? Because sometimes that's what happens, man. They only make them in Mexico or Brazil. Like, Brazil got the Barbie burger. We didn't get no Barbie burger here. That was a Burger King thing. And then, like, the Godzilla and Kong burger, that was only in Mexico. So if this Jack in the Box thing actually happens, oh shit. Okay, here they responded. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. No, sorry. Take it back, mommy. It says, "Hey, Jack in the Box, when is this going to be at the restaurant? Hello, thank you for your message. This will launch July 15. Have a great day."
Oh, Chris Platter is back on, baby. Yeah.
All right, that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. I'll definitely do that. Okay. The upcoming DC TV series Lanterns, then its prequel TV series Welcome to Derry and Harry Potter will all be HBO originals instead of Max originals. To me, that's good. To me, I like that because although Max originals have been really good, HBO is held to a higher standard. So if they're, well, one for like the Pennywise series, that's really good news because that means they probably think the Pennywise show is good because that's mainly almost done. And they're like, okay, this is HBO quality, so let's make it an HBO show. And whatever story they have for that and the Harry Potter show, Harry Potter is just because it's a big brand. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but that's because it's a big brand. It's going to go on HBO. But the Lanterns, hopefully that's good. I'm excited for the Lanterns show. I'm excited for that. Dune 3 news. Oh, yeah, they said Dune is coming out in June of 2026. Let me see if I can find that article real quick. Or not article, but just the tweet. Cool. I'm so excited. Oh, I gotta buy my Deadpool and stuff costume soon. Then I gotta do that now. Then okay, Dune news. That's gonna be a fun video. Then okay. Here it is. Dune Messiah will release December 18th, 2026. Ooh, I saw under the blue sea. May thy knife chip and shatter. Oh, dude, that movie was so epic. Listen, Gasavi. That'd be so cool. It's going to be so cool. December 18th. Okay. All right. Best YouTuber ever. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, love. Any news on the Final Destination Bloodlines? Not that I have seen. I'm really excited for it. I think they've started filming already and making the movie, but I have not seen any updates on my end. I'll double check after the stream and do some investigating. But so far right now, I have not seen anything new. Would you rather keep Back to the Future but get rid of Scream, Chucky, and Elm Street, or keep Chucky and Elm? Oh, dude, that's a hard one. Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time, but that's so many good movies and like good memories I have. Scream movies, the Chucky movies, definitely the Elm Street movies because those are my favorite horror franchise. As much as it's gonna hurt me, Back to the Future is going, and that's funny. I got a Back to the Future thing I'm adding to the set. Very excited about. Okay, Flash just sends in a super chat. Just thanks so much. Another super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. What would you do if you were Drake after Kendrick Pop Out concert? Also, new Eminem single too. Okay, I thought about this before, right? I'm like, what would I do if I like got canceled in some way? Like what? Because like people have been getting canceled left and right? With the Dr. Disrespect and Drake and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, I don't want to talk about those details specifically, but just talking about them who are like millionaires, right? And they have boatloads of cash. Dude, if I get canceled and I actually messed up, I actually did something bad, it's just time to cash out. And whatever money I got left, just go buy a little house at a farm, some land, and just live the rest of my life, right? That honestly, if I was Drake, that's what I'd do. Because I don't know how else you're pushing forward with, like, I see the memes of people, like, I saw a video where he was, like, at a concert with some fans, and they were just, like, singing Not Like Us to his face, and I was like, oh, dude, that must suck for Drake. So that's what I would do. I just sell all my assets, my big mansions, my big cars, everything, take all that money that I had left over, which is probably millions and millions, get a nice house, and just chill. Just go somewhere and chill. Just watch movies all day, eat up, get fat because no one's going to see me anymore, and just, that's what I would do. But I don't know. All right. Spywalker said there. Oh, that. I see some people saying he's not canceled or anything like that. You're right. Sometimes if you just push through, you're fine. Unless like you actually get arrested and do some things like that. But since Drake wasn't arrested or anything like that, and there's just allegations, just comes out with a single and people like the music, people forget, people move on. All right. How's your neighborhood doing? We heard the story. What does that mean? How's your neighbor doing? We heard the story. I don't even know what that means. My neighbor. My neighbors are good. I mean, my new neighbors are nice. They seem chill, sweet people. I got to say hi to them as I was moving stuff in. They're like, "Hi, welcome." I was like, "Hi, hello." All right. Have you seen Suicide Squad? Isekai anime. No, and I don't know if that interests me all that much. I'll check it out if people say it's good, but I don't know. I saw the trailer though, but I don't know. Didn't really catch my attention. Oh, the one I ran over. Is that the one you were talking about? Okay, there we go. Thank you for that, Cinema Man. I forgot. I never saw them again, and thankfully. If you guys don't remember, in the previous stream, I talked about how I thought I saw my family friend at their driveway, so I pretended I was going to run them over with the car, like going 1 mile per hour, not fast. But then when I got close and it was nighttime, I realized, oh, that's not my family. That's the neighbor, and it's looking like I'm trying to kill him right now. And then I swerved out the way and whatnot. Really embarrassing. Never made eye contact with them or saw them again. And I don't have to anymore because I'm not living there right now. So he's probably thinking, I almost died one day. Is that the real Superman in the first look image? Yeah, that's the real Superman. The images that we saw. Oh, no, you know what? Maybe you're right. Because people have talked about this. Superman first look. People have noticed there are some pretty minor but also big changes between this suit and the suit that we're seeing in set photos. Now, taking away, obviously, this suit is dirty. It's been like battle damage. Other things, there's like lines that are not the same lines on the suit. Like these lines right here are not on the set photo suit. These lines are not there. Also, the neck piece. The neck piece is more squared. It's not a circle here. So again, take a good look here. Look at this, and you'll see these little differences. All right, now let's see. Superman suit. Maybe somebody... I know Boba Talks, I think, was good on it. Let me see. By the way, if you guys don't know, Boba Talks, great YouTuber. I like his DC content. I believe he's posted on it before. Let me see. He like pulled up a photo where he like was like, dude, I think there's something happening here. There's definitely something. But here, okay, stuff like this. So he brought up like another example, like here, look at this. And then look how different that looks. It's like, this is just more straight edge forward. This makes like a triangle shape. And then you had the V shape on the neck. See here, the neck, that's a different neck piece on the suit. That's lower down, kind of squared. This is more circular. So that's a good theory. Maybe the first look photo was not our Superman, and we're watching fake Superman, Bizarro Superman, and maybe James Gunn would like get a good laugh out of that. He's like, oh, you guys who hated that, good. You were supposed to hate that because that was evil Superman. So I don't know. Or they just changed the suit in production right before filming or something. Who knows? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the Penguin? Oh, 9. Like a 9. I'm excited for it, dude. I love Matt Reeves' Gotham City, so I kind of can't wait to see the underworld and how Penguin coming to power. And there was a rumor that Robert Pattinson might show up in there. I hope that's true, and that'd be so cool just to see Rob again in the suit doing some Batman things. But mainly, I'm excited because Matt Reeves set up a really interesting Gotham, and I just want to jump into that world again. Dun 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 dun. You lied to me, Alfred. I fucking love that movie. Sorry, no cursing. Stop it, guys. Family friendly. Family friendly. What power would you use to defeat Freddy Krueger? Nighttime Ziquil. I'm just realizing now it's also called NyQuil. All right, Chris, what are your thoughts on the Elvis movie from 2 years ago starring Austin Butler? Yeah, I finally saw that too, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I never knew much about Austin Butler. I never knew much about Elvis. His story was kind of tragic, but Tom Hanks is the thing that most surprised me in that movie. That role was crazy, but I did like the movie. I did like it. I enjoyed it. I don't say it was like my favorite biopic. I'm really excited for the Michael Jackson one. I kind of want to see how that one turns out, but yeah, I liked it. Thoughts on Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1? Is he actually in there yet? Did they reveal him? That would make me get into the game. Ghostface. Is he in there? I haven't seen it. Ghostface Mortal Kombat. What is this? Oh my god. Bro, what the heck? I haven't seen him. That'd be really cool. Is he actually in there? Potential. Oh, dang. Did I just fall for it? My dumb butt. Is that it right here? Am I wrong? What the heck? What is this? I'm just like watching random stuff. I would love Ghostface in there, though. I'd love Ghostface in there, but I don't think he's there yet. A data mine leak? Okay, thank you, Kira. Let's see. I personally would choose Wolverines. Ooh, me too. I definitely remember the context of that, but I appreciate you, Hayden, and you're fantastic. Hey, Chris, hope your day is going great. Is there any 3C lore you can share today? I mean, I just kind of shared a story with that, like, ear, that little ringing in the ear story from there. I don't have any, like, 3C lore right now. Just, I'm trying to think if there's anything, like, dumb I did. That's usually, like, the 3C lore I have for you. Anything dumb I recently did that I was like, oh, dude, that's so... If my audience saw me do that, they would unsubscribe so fast. Not that I can right now. Sometimes you got to be more specific about a certain situation, and if you could narrow it down, I could look for a memory. But just in general, my mind races everywhere. Someone's starting the 3C wiki. That's so funny. Any updates on the God of War show and I have planned? They said they're making it. I'm still waiting for whatever Dwayne Johnson teased, because I remember Dwayne Johnson like a year ago or two said, yeah, I'm working on a video game movie project and it'll be announced soon. And we're like, ooh, is it God of War? Is it this? Is it Gears of War? Is it... Never announced what that was. At least not to my knowledge. But no, not so far. Favorite TV shows? Breaking Bad, The Office. I liked How I Met Your Mother a lot. Like, that's a show I probably end up rewatching every 3 years or something. Breaking Bad for sure. I liked Better Call Saul a lot. What's other like shows I watched that I was like obsessed with? Best TV shows of all time. Maybe that'll give me a good like remembrance of it. It's never much of a Seinfeld. I like some Seinfeld, but I wouldn't say it's like my favorite. I don't even know, dudes. I don't get on. I don't. Just like I always just think of like Breaking Bad. Let me see. Family Guy, yeah. Family Guy. I don't know. Say my favorite. Favorite is like such a strong one, right? I'm trying to think of like what are my favorite TV shows. What's the shows that I was like, dude, that thing was like bumping front to back, side to side. The Boys is really good. Oh yeah, Daredevil. Oh, I did like Prison Break. You see people saying Prison Break. That was a really good one. South Park, yeah, there's just so many seasons and there's like some inconsistencies with quality in terms of storytelling. Dude, you're saying Young Sheldon? I quite enjoy Young Sheldon as like NPC of that is for me to say. Invincible's so good so far. I still want to give it a few more seasons before I say it's my favorite. Because like I would have said like Rick and Morty at one point, but I have no desire to like keep watching Rick and Morty now. Like I'm just kind of like, eh. Oh, Cobra Kai. Yes, Cobra Kai. Dude, I freaking love Cobra Kai. That's like one of the only TV shows based on a movie that I thought was done so well. That first season of Cobra Kai, that's like a beautiful continuation of the movies. I love it. Okay, yeah. What are some movies you've been most hyped for? The movies I've been most hyped for, well, obviously Deadpool vs. Wolverine, Sonic 3, especially after read to you guys what I got for you. Most hyped for Spider-Man 4. I just want to see Tom Holland again doing Spider-Man things. The Batman Part 2, all comic book movie stuff. I mean, I obviously also want to see whatever the Halloween reboot's gonna be. Dune 3. Yeah, that's definitely one for me. All right. The new Predator movie I want to see. I want to see where that's going. A huge fan, Chris. Been watching for a few years now. Well, I appreciate you watching, Olaf the Snowman. It's hot out there. Don't melt. Are you going to review Maxine and Spaceball 2 news? Okay, the reason I haven't talked about Spaceballs 2, I've never seen the first Spaceball. And you're like, Chris, what do you mean you haven't seen? That's one of those most iconic parody movies. But it's like, again, I didn't grow up as a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not a big Star Wars guy. And like Spaceball is all about parodying Star Wars, right? Or most of it. So it's like, why would I watch the parody of it if I don't even know that much Star Wars to understand the jokes and the inside references, right? So that's why I've never seen Spaceballs, but I'm excited for the people excited for Spaceballs too. Hope that works out. I am going to review Maxine, and I see that July 1st, so probably review up July 2nd. Hey, you talk about Batman Cape Crusader. Yes, I talked about at the beginning of this stream. I'll have a timestamp for you so you can see my thoughts on that. Update on the red light compilation. Oh, I'm not really doing that, but if someone out there wants to do that, that's awesome. A lot of great red light moments, and I can't wait to show you the red light moment I have in the new studio. Watch new season of The Boys. Oh, I am watching it right now, and I'm digging it. I have not seen the newest episode that dropped just recently, but I have been loving. Well, now, okay, I don't want to say loving it. I'm still really into the show, but I'm getting some of the complaints people are talking about where they're like, all right, we get it. It's gross. It's nasty humor. It's sexual, things like that. Body parts exploding, things like that. That's not like overdoing it for me or like, okay, I'm tired of seeing butts explode or things like that. To me, it's like there's some like really uninteresting storylines. Hopefully they get better. Like the Frenchie and Kamiko storylines, I'm just not that into this season. Even the Richie, what's his name? What was it? Richie? Who's the guy? He was in Scream 5. I don't know why I'm forgetting. Huey, the storyline with his dad only just got interesting at the end of the last episode. But so far, I didn't even care. I'm like, why are we bringing in his dad being sick? The only like storylines I'm caring about right now is like Homelanders and this like Sister Sage trying to control or manipulate thing. But other than that, yeah. All right. Will you play Sparking Zero on release day? Oh, I'm playing that. You might not see me making a couple of videos when that game comes out because I'm gonna be playing that like crazy. That's gonna make me relive so many memories because that's basically Budokai Tenkaichi 4, right? So, woo. Have you ever played? No, I wasn't. See, Kakarot didn't interest me. Xenoverse didn't interest me. I think like the last Dragon Ball game I actually played was Raging Blast. And even then, I didn't like it that much because I preferred the Budokai Tenkaichi games, you know? Have you seen Mr. Robot? I did, but I got bored of the show after a while, no offense. If you like it, that's awesome, but I got like 5 episodes in, and I was like, I'm good. If you ever were to play an MCU Marvel character for the rest of your life, what would it be? Any MCU Marvel character, like play him? Or like just get to be him, you know? And I like that last name, Solis, you have. Any MCU Marvel character for the rest of your life, what would it be? Spider-Man, though, dude. I'm like, it's freaking Spider-Man. Spider senses, climbing walls, swinging, intellect, and all that kind of stuff. But anybody else, Tony Stark. I just give up being a superhero and just live in my rich house. Can you Venom so then I could be sucked into the Sonyverse? No, thank you. Can you tell us your thoughts on the new episode of The Boys? See, I haven't watched it yet, unfortunately. And who do you think will die this season? I haven't watched it yet. Maybe I could do a clips on like talking about it soon, but I will soon. How long to the new room setup? I'm doing this whole weekend to build it. So hopefully by Monday, I drop the video where you see the building process and everything that went into doing it. So hopefully by Monday. So this weekend, it's going to be completely dedicated to building the studio. Okay. How would you rank the Toy Story films? Toy Story 1, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 4. But I like all the movies. I love the first 3 I mentioned. Sad we'll never see Jackie Chan and Jet Li in another movie together. The one we got wasn't really good. Wanted in modern time, which would have been even better. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It was like I don't even know what ancient times, and it had like them training a kid. It was a weird choice to make that the movie Jackie Chan and Jet Li got in. But yeah, sad times. Yo, what's your favorite episode of the moment of How I Met Your Mother? Oh man, dude, there's so many. Probably, I don't want to spoil anything, but maybe, and you know, it has been like 5 or 6 years since I've seen it. Maybe they're not, and I am a believer. They did I hate the ending of How I Met Your Mother. The show, I end How I Met Your Mother when he meets the mom. Basically, everything that happens after he meets the mom. Why did you do that? I don't like that ending. Anyways, I really like, you know, the episodes that got to me were real emotional was when Marshall's dad dies. Those episodes, I was like, dude, that was a pretty hitting time. Those were some of my favorite moments. But there's a lot of great moments in that show. I recommend How I Met Your Mother to you guys if you haven't seen it. I think it's a really good show. Better than Friends. I said it. R.I.P. Matthew Perry though. Sparking Zero. Top 5 characters you want to play. Oh, dude. A lot of Gohan characters. Teen Gohan. Probably an early version of Goku. Like probably like Super Saiyan 1 Goku, like when he just got it. I like Majin Vegeta a lot for some reason. And Future Gohan. That's 4. Future Gohan. I guess I'll throw in Broly in there. There. Okay. When are you going to review the 2000s X-Men movies? Now that I'm finally moving into the studio, pretty dang soon. Like probably within the next week or two, that review series is going to start, and I'm going to do them 3 at a time. So the first 3 X-Men movies, one video, then I'll probably do the prequel series where it's like First Class up until Apocalypse, just those movies. I'll probably do a review also for the 3 Wolverine movies, and yeah, there'll be those 3 videos like that. Cool. Why are you not talking about Stranger Things season 5? I like Stranger Things, but unlike with like Superman set photos, Batman set photos, Spider-Man set photos, or set photos, I don't know if I could look at a set photo in Stranger Things 5 and go, oh, that's 11. That's Mike. Something's going down here. I don't know. I like Stranger Things. I enjoy the show. But that's a hard show for me to like look at set photos and leaks and be like, ooh, what's happening? That's something I'd rather just casually be surprised with, if that makes sense. But to each their own. I know some people probably don't care about the Superman set photos, and I love gushing over those. Interesting that Cinemark is your theater of choice when you live by so many Alamo draft houses, which, by the way, they are reopening. Awesome. Honestly, okay. It's a nostalgic thing for sure, because Cinemark was the theater I'd always go with to my dad, so we'd always see hundreds of movies as a kid. And so, like, eating that popcorn at Cinemark, it's like always takes me to my childhood, because that's like what I was eating as a kid. So I have sentimental attachment to it. And over the years, Cinemark has just actually upgraded their theaters. I know AMC is the top dog in the US. At least in Texas, they have not upgraded their theaters. There are AMC theaters that still have the red cloth seats. And all Cinemarks here, all the Cinemarks in Dallas have the reclining, they're leather. Even some seats have the table so I can put my food right in front of me. They have heat on them so you can warm up if you're cold. Cinemark, and they're clean and tidy. AMC, A Quiet Place 1 pissed me off. We had by press screening at A Quiet Place day 1. It was at an AMC. What happened? AMC's AC broke, so I couldn't see the movie in IMAX, and we had to see it in a different screen that was in IMAX. And there you go. That's what you get at AMC, buddy. Alamo is nice, though. I like Alamo. I like Cinemark. But to each their own. You know, that's just my area. I've seen some people mention to me before, because I talk about Cinemark so much, where they're like, Chris, the Cinemark in my area sucks. And I understand. I've been to like one Cinemark around here. It's like in Plano. That does suck. And it's like really nasty and dirty. And I'm like, I don't ever want to come back to the Cinemark. So I guess it just depends on how they keep it up. But I have seen progress. Like, I've gone back to Cinemark and I'm like, oh, they changed the floors. Oh, they changed the wall. Like, they're upgrading it. They're making it better. They don't just keep it the same for years and go, they don't care. Top 5 games you want to see made into movies. Top 5 games I would want to see turned into movies. I'm trying to think. Oh, well, Crash Bandicoot is one. I like Crash Bandicoot. That's like my favorite. Childhood video game. So, what's a video game I would want to see turned into a movie? There's like a lot of good ones out there. I just don't ever have the time to play. I just watch other people play them, like streamers and stuff like that. What's a good one? Some of y'all suggesting Skylanders. Okay. Sly Cooper. There we go. I used to play that as a kid. Ratchet and Clank did have a movie, but I felt they didn't do it right. They need to do a Ratchet and Clank movie again. I'm thinking like all PlayStation titles in my opinion. Trying to see if like what's other ones that I'm like, yo, let's do that. Dude, Fortnite the movie. Yeah, there we go. That's my final answer. I really do want a Fortnite movie. Elden Ring could be cool. I suck at Elden Ring. I know it's like on the rise again because of Kai Cenat and all these other people in the DLC coming out. Chad, I'm not gonna lie to you. I never finished Elden Ring because it was too hard. But to be honest though, that was my first ever Souls game I've played. I never played a Souls game. I played Elden Ring, and while I did love it, some bosses I couldn't beat. And I didn't have the time to play and level up my character. You know, we have to farm XP and things like that. And then sometimes I'd get so like frustrated because I didn't know how to like combine weapons or sorcery. So I'd have to be watching a YouTube video going, all right, to find the blood sword, go to this place. And I'd be like, okay, go up and jump on this tower, fight this guy. And I was like, I got videos to make, man. But anyways, that's me. So yeah. Okay. You know that Batman Cape Crusader reminded me of the 1940s Superman by Max Fleischer, and I wish they could be connected and say this Superman existed. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I like the old school vibe. At first I was like, oh, really? 1940s? But no technology and a more detective-based skilled Batman. I'm like, okay, that could be cool. Are we excited for Marvel vs. Capcom collection? Oh, yeah, that's coming out, right? I am. But it's so funny because I was literally wanting to buy, not with my bigger house here, and I have a little game room. I wanted to buy that arcade 1-up of the Marvel vs. Capcom because I did used to like playing that on the Dreamcast. Some of y'all remember the Dreamcast? I'd play that. Select your character. I want to take you for a ride. I remember that title card. Will Amy be in Sonic Movie 3? I'll give you your hints tomorrow. How I Met Your Mother is my favorite too. I feel like every character has a bit of me in them. I even bought the bro code. Oh, I know the book with all of Barney's plays and stuff. Oh no, not even. That's the playbook. Sorry, the bro code. That's funny. I got it. They did sell that. That's pretty cool. Can you give us a spoiler review for A Quiet Place? I might do it this weekend because there is some things in there where I want to address more the hate for the movie. And there's little nuggets of like where the universe could go and maybe them hinting at things about the aliens. So I was like, maybe I want to talk about that. Also, thank you for everything you do for us. No, thank you guys who are still watching and listening to me right now. Y'all are fantastic. I can't believe we have 1,500 people in here, man. Thank you. Y'all are fantastic. What are the top 5 characters you want in Sparking? Oh, man. So many out there, dude. I don't know what and I'm so basic because I just want every version of Gohan, whether it's Kid Gohan, Teen Gohan, Gohan when he was training with Piccolo, freaking a future Gohan, what is it, potential unlocked Gohan or whatever it was when he was with the Kais. I'm trying to think of like who, like what random obscure people. Oh, I definitely want them to include the newer characters from the newer like show. You know, like the people who fought like Jiren would be really cool. That's just Frieza again. I was gonna say that other Frieza from the other universe, the other Saiyans from the other universe. I don't know, just some of the people from the newer seasons. Sentinels from X-Men Days of Future Past versus Avengers. Sentinels win. I think the Avengers could win that. Honestly, I do think the Avengers could win that, but we'll see. Sydney Sweeney for Power Girl. Hey, anything with Sydney Sweeney, my friend. I'm going to see that because I respect her. Do you think we are ever going to get a creature from the Black Lagoon remake? Wasn't Jordan Peele producing it? I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure he said that's like been revealed before. Let me see if I creature from the Black Lagoon, Jordan. See the some of that, like I remember that being a news story. No, is it not? Do I not remember that being a news story? Someone says here 4 years ago, Jordan Peele developing Universal Monster movie reportedly eyeing Will Smith. And then everybody was like, it's the creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know what this article is. What the heck, man? Yeah, I remember those headlines though. Like Jordan Peele's maybe working on a Creature from Black Lagoon. Not as him. Like he'd be a producer on it with his Monkey Paw studio. But I'd like a Creature from the Black Lagoon. But if you want a good Creature from the Black Lagoon, Shape of Water is basically that. Shape of Water is basically Creature from the Black Lagoon, and that was really good. Guillermo del Toro, and he loves his monsters. So I can't wait to see his Frankenstein movie on Netflix. All right. Top 3 Dragon Ball movies. Love you, Chris. Oh, okay. The Bardock movie, the one that shows right before, like, the visions he was having right before, like, the planet Saiyan, whatever it was called, was about to blow up. So the Bardock movie is one of them. My favorite one of all time has to be the Trunks, Future Trunks movie with the androids and Future Gohan. Dude, I was a kid watching that, crying as a kid. I thought it was sad and everything. I would love for them to just take that movie and do it in live action. I think that would be so cool to do that movie. But that one, and probably most recently the better one, is the Broly movie that just came out a few years ago. I wasn't a big fan of the very recent, the Gohan and Piccolo one where they get new transformations. I love Gohan. I love Piccolo. Wasn't a big fan of the way they did that, but the movie before that with Broly, so those are my 3 favorite. What are the chances Mahershala abandons Blade? I'm gonna say 40%. But dude stuck it out this long. Might as well see it through. Right? I want a Wall-E sequel. Where is my Wall-E sequel? Yeah, dude, Pixar, make it. Who knows? They're definitely going to stick to more sequels a little bit. They're still going to make original stuff, but with the way Inside Out 2 made bank, yeah, they're going to make some more sequels. Huey dad kills Homelander and hits the gritty. Well, thanks for spoiling it for me, man. I wanted to see Homelander hit the gritty. Dude, that'd be a funny ending. That's how the show has to end, though, right? Is them killing Homelander or something like that. Man's got the best t-shirt collection on YouTube. Just a black shirt, buddy. But yeah, I do got some nice shirts. Thank you, though. Thank you. Like I said, places I get them: Hot Topic, Cavity Colors, Fright Rags, and Gutter Garbs. Hot Topic, Fright Rags, Cavity Colors, Gutter Garbs. Just go to those websites. You can see great horror shirts there. Okay. That's it, guys. Wow. Almost a 3-hour live stream. Hopefully I made it up for you for a lack of content. Be sure to check out the Clips channel. And tomorrow, that Sonic video headed your way. I love y'all's faces. Y'all are fantastic. Oh, one more super chat. Dragon Ball Evolution or Godzilla 1998? Godzilla 1998. At least there's something I can enjoy from that. I cannot enjoy Evolution at all. Since you like Dragon Ball, is there any DBZ YouTubers you watch? I used to do a podcast. Oh, there are some, but I don't know their names off the top of my head. One of them has like a Dragon Ball like character with blonde hair. I like him. I don't really know their names, but it's like the people who do the manga summaries. I kind of like watching them. Oh, here, I'll see. I'll just give a shout out to this one because I've been watching Justin Denz. I like him. He takes like the manga and just kind of like basically reads it to you. So he's like the audiobook. But he's got really good stuff on there. All right. I love y'all's faces, guys. Y'all are fantastic. I'll see y'all.